victim, holding on. Inside's twisted all along. Can't see my reflections, nothing left to recognize. Here I stand, no connection, foreign place with no allies. Lucid visions cloud my mind. Violent collision intertwined. Imagination control the time. In this moment, you'll be mine. Can't see my reflections, nothing left to recognize. Here I stand, no connection, foreign place with no allies. Here I stand, interchanger, passing through, passing through.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on?
Interchanger,
Hello. Our people are here. What's up, Capricious?
What's going on,
What's
everybody?
up, Selena, Lord Nikon, Kai Bry. What is up, everybody?
So good to see everybody here.
So
What up,
J-Dub?
J-Dub in the house?
What's up, dude?
What up, what
Yo.
up? Yeah, man, we got a special one tonight, man.
Yeah, we're really excited about this one. This was a pretty hotly contested interview vote this month, if I say so myself.
Oh my God! Yeah, we had our first tiebreaker.
We had our
You know?
first hack.
We had our first hack.
What the fuck?
You know, but
Someone hacked the vote because it was getting so intense
so neck and neck.
and so neck and neck and so crazy. I was like watching it like I was glued to my phone watching. And that's why I saw in real time that someone was fucking with it. I was like, what? No, stop. Ah! Shut it down real quick because I was
Yeah.
like glued to that shit.
So yeah, what the hell is going on, man? It's all in good fun.
It was going nuts.
But
Lord
yeah,
Nikon, yes.
But it was neck and neck there, dude, and it was really cool to
Craziness.
see that, dude. It was really cool. A lot of
Yeah.
excitement for these artists. I love seeing that, dude. I
Yeah,
love
you
seeing
guys
this
were
hype
excited.
and that people are really getting into this music, man. It's so cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really, really cool, man. And maybe we'll start to do more stuff like this where we can do like other kind of like song competitions or something together where we can make this community kind of grow and develop our skills
we'll
together.
harness some
you know,
of that
and
energy, that intensity.
get some of that competitiveness and channel into something different here.
Yes.
But yeah, man. So what do we got going on here?
So,
We got any news for everybody?
yeah, we got a couple things going on. So, as you can tell, we haven't been streaming quite as much as we usually do. We have some family in town, so we've been doing the family thing.
Gotta do
hanging
the
out,
family
doing
thing.
the family thing. It was the first time he met my mom, so
Yeah.
lots of fun stuff this
I
week.
don't know how
So
I did, but
you did great. You did great. I was told I'm allowed to keep him, so we're good. So he'll still be around, folks. So but we're gonna be back this Saturday with our live Dallas jammin' and loopin'.
yeah, man, it's gonna be
So-
fun. Get back into the music, dude.
Yes.
I'm feeling it, dude. I need a good dance rave. I need a good rave in my life right now. I need to get the heart
Yeah, we're
moving.
gonna get
It's still
down.
summertime. I need to feel it.
I know it is summer still. It's weird because we haven't really done summery things yet. Well,
I don't even know what that would entail.
our summer has been in this room, but we're gonna be going to the beach this week, so we're gonna be doing our first summer thing, and I'm really
Woot.
excited. It's gonna be
Beach.
really cool.
No, I hate the beach. I'm a goth. I hate the beach.
Oh no. We can go to a black sand beach someday. How about
Yeah.
that? We'll do that.
I'll just carry my umbrella with me. But anyway, so we will be back.
So we'll be back Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing some live Dallas jamming and looping and just have a fucking party. So please come hang and chill with us. If you haven't come around for that, it's a really good time. And we just,
We
you
just
know,
hang out, man. We
go
see
off
where the synths take us.
basically.
You know, we just have a good time,
yeah,
man.
it's really cool. We have a good time, and yeah. So we've mentioned it a couple times over the last couple weeks, but as we speak, we have
right,
an editor
we're
that's.
interrupted. Welcome from Poland. That's
Oh
what's
hey,
up,
we're
man.
interrupted. Hey,
Got some
Um,
Poland in the house.
Poland. So we're gonna within the next 2 weeks we should start being able to post that stuff on YouTube. So keep an eye out
Yes.
on our social media. We will let you guys know once that stuff starts to go up, and we're so excited. And it's gonna look a little different than it does here. You know, this is gonna be the live element, the YouTube thing. You know, it's gonna be a little more
A little bit more polished.
a little more polished. Yeah, and we're really, really looking forward to it. So we really hope you guys enjoy that. We haven't gotten to see any of the finished results yet, so we're really eager to see how these all turn out.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
have a
excited.
feeling it's gonna be cool though.
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be awesome.
And I'm excited for this next part of the journey. Hopefully to grow this community more and get some cool artists involved and grow our fan bases, you know, and see what new things we could venture into in the future, you know.
What other crazy
all
shit we
right,
can get into?
So tonight we have a really dope thing going
Yes.
on here, man. We got our good friend yours truly in the house.
Yes.
We're gonna dive into some of this man's music and find out, you know, what makes him tick. You know, how he gets this sound, dude, and how he does what he does. So without further ado, without us, you know, spitting out the mouth anymore, let's welcome our man yours truly to the show.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, man? What's up, Jerry? You there?
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Now we
There we
can. There we
go.
go. What's
Perfect.
going on,
Sorry, I
man?
forgot
How
I
you
had
doing?
my mic off. Of course.
It's all good.
So how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just working. Busy. Staying busy.
Yeah. How do
I
you?
got this
how do you
puppy I'm
find
dealing
time?
with, so I'm hoping he behaves. If you hear taps on the mic, that's because he's chewing on something.
Oh
Hey, man, you know we get it. We got the little one running around back here too.
no. Yeah, she's harumping
Yeah.
somewhere.
She's off causing chaos in the other part of their house.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So you're currently you're working full time and you're making
Yes.
your music kind of in between, right?
Yeah, I kind of have I look at it like I have two full-time jobs right now. Um, I work 40 hours a week building fire trucks.
What?
And then I come home and pretty much all I have is my puppy and my music. So that's what I do pretty much from 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I'll get started depending how I'm feeling. And then some nights I go till like 11 o'clock, you know.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell Hell yeah, man.
Dedication.
That's what's up,
I
dude.
definitely
Yeah.
appreciate that.
That's the drive.
Yep.
But yeah,
And I
it's,
got
That's
to get up at
awesome.
4:30 in the morning and do it all over again. So, and then weekends are big. I do a lot of music on the weekends usually,
Nice.
which, my girl, she's not always happy about that, but she loves it too. She loves the music.
yeah.
Oh, thanks for the follow,
That's
Stefanello.
that. That's
Thank
that
you.
double-edged sword, when it comes to being a musician.
Right. Right.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
got
So
to
it
get
seems
it
like you're
out.
juggling a lot in your personal life and your artistic life right now.
Yeah, your boy's tired, dog. But it's
Your
cool.
boy
It's
is
fun, man.
tired.
You know?
That was like the realest, really real right there.
I know, right? But that's why he's so chill, man. You're just so tired.
For real.
So yeah, man,
For real.
introduce yourself to everybody. What's going on, man?
So my name's Jeremy, my real name. I go by yours truly right now, but I think a name change is coming soon.
Oh
Uh,
snap!
yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's I didn't realize that there were a couple other artists out there using some variation of the same name. They're all different spellings though, but
Yeah, dude, that
so
that
just to
always
avoid
tends to
confusion.
happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
tough.
trying to like think of a new name before I like start promoting more stuff or whatever. But so far, I mean, I really just started doing this, so anything is possible. It's really open for me at the moment. Like
Absolutely.
Hell yeah!
March,
Absolutely.
I believe, is when I bought like I'm in an apartment. This is where I'm sitting is where I make music, so I have sound issues that I have to deal with because all my sub likes to collect right where the guitar is.
Yeah,
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 Oh no.
that corner is like sub heaven in this room, so I have to like monitor what I'm doing in different ways and get creative, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah.
that's been
Hey,
a
but
learning curve.
it's it's a skill that's gonna help you, man. If you can get your stuff sounding good there, imagine what you can do when you do have a treated room. How quicker,
Exactly.
Yeah.
how much quicker your mixing time and everything will be. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just another thing to it's,
I do think there's
your
something
skill.
about that though. Like there's two schools of thought on that in my opinion from what I've seen like online, doing research is like some people say like you need that, treated room and that dead like flat sound. And then other people like mix in big wide open rooms because they know like, well, I'm making club music or whatever. It's going to be played in a big wide
Yeah, yeah.
Open
fucking
room.
open
Yep.
room. Like I
Yep.
want to know how it's going to work in that environment. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I
LV
know
that's
my I know
380
my
is
shit'll
saying
sound
he
dope in
relates.
someone's living room.
yeah. Yeah, we got some people LV380 in the chat here relating to you with the
Yeah, he
acoustic
said he relates
problems.
with the acoustic problems. And
Right.
Capricious is curious. Do you have any ideas currently in your head about name change or anything?
Uh, Kinda, but nothing that I really like. A good friend of mine, shout out J Dub in the chat. I don't know if
J
he's here
J
right now,
Dub.
but
Dub.
he does stop by. That's a homie right there. He's a true
Hell
one.
yeah, he is.
Um,
Yes.
he suggested something to me that I kind of like, but
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to think. You see my puppy
There's the
getting in
There's
Don.
the
trouble. He
puppo.
There's
kind
the
of gets a free
Don.
pass right now. Like you know.
I think he just stole like I don't
Yeah,
even
he
know,
took
like a
that
pillow
was
or
my
something.
overnight bag. He has a sock.
He's
That's all right.
just jacking shit left and right.
He gonna be going crazy.
I mean,
So
his
is
name is Vito. He's the Don,
That's
so
the Don, man.
he's
That's
got
the
the
he's got
Don.
to take
Don.
he's got to take what's his.
The D-
GJ, what's up, man?
DJ Squirtlebee, what's up, everybody?
What's up,
What's up?
everybody?
What's up?
Welcome.
Thanks for the
Welcome.
follow, Squirtlebee. I love that name. So is your dog always there when you're recording and everything? Is he always chilling with you and he's like your
Yeah,
little buddy?
yeah.
Does the
So
Don
he's
approve the mix?
he's fairly used to what I'm doing at the moment. Uh, for the most part, he's getting it, But I have to keep an eye on him. That's tough too because sometimes I have the headphones on, and I'm like into what I'm doing, and I'm like, oh shit, where's Vito? Like,
Oh damn.
Oh
and I
my
gotta go find
god.
him, and he's just like chilling right under me. You know what I mean? Like he's cool. So
Yeah.
Maudette9659 says, "Hey Jeremy and Vito. They wanted to give you a shout."
oh hey Aunt Mary, what's up?
Aw. Oh,
All
it's your Aunt Mary.
right.
Oh,
Hey,
awesome.
Mary, what's
Welcome,
up?
That's
Aunt
Aunt Mary.
Welcome. We
Mary.
got the family in the
Hey.
house.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
cool that you
Well,
got your family
we're all
coming
big
out.
one. We're all one big family here, man, on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
channel. So,
Oh, welcome.
hey, welcome.
So cool. So,
So yeah, man. So tell us about your musical journey here, dude. So like, how did you get doing this? I know you just said that like this is all new. You know, you
Right.
said like March, I believe you said.
Say that again. What was
You
that
said
last part?
March, I believe you said was like the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. It was around that time, I
Yeah. So
think.
this is fresh, man. Tell us how this all started, man. Bring us through your musical
So,
journey.
I mean, first, I guess I started in New Jersey with you in a band. And
That's right.
what?
Oh
yeah, I mean, if
snap!
you like,
Wait,
how
what?
far
What
back
a
we going with
small
this?
world.
But electronic music, I don't know. I've always had a love for it. When I moved to Florida about 10 years ago, when I was in film school, and that was right as Skrillex and all that dubstep stuff was hitting hard. And I just remember sitting in my boy's apartment hearing Bass Head by Bass Nectar for the first time, and I looked at him and was like, "What is this?" Like,
Tell me exactly what
never
this
heard
is.
that before. And so, my roommate at the time, he was an audio guy. He knew how to, like, he had a Reason was the DAW he
Yeah.
used. And so we
Yeah.
sat down and like made a dubstep like mixtape together using a lot of samples and stuff.
Oh, that's
Okay.
And
awesome.
I
Okay.
didn't really do anything. I just dictated to him what I thought like would sound cool. And
Yeah.
he would work with me, and we collaborated that way, you know what I'm saying? And we we made some funny stuff, whatever, but I never really thought I could do it myself because I watched what he was doing. And so fast forward 10 years later, I moved to Ohio where I currently am. And once I got my computer out here, I just was thinking like something about moving to a new state again reminded me of Florida when I listened to all that EDM. And I always liked it throughout that time in between. I just, didn't obsess on it like I did back then. And something about being here reminded me of that time. So I got like back into electronic music real heavy. I mean, I annoy the guys at work with house music. I annoy my family, my neighbors. I got a noise complaint already. Like,
Oh
so
snap!
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it'd be like that sometimes, I guess. So, I was like, why don't I try to make it myself? Because I'll be listening to the songs and I'm like, man, I love this song, but I would love to hear this in it, or
Yeah.
just this like I like future house music, but sometimes it's not heavy enough for me. Like I want to hear like a gritty my favorite future house songs are the ones that have that real like dirty like FM modulated like bass. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like in the stream where you guys played Shake It, you were saying it sounded like a guitar. Like you know what I mean? Like
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
that's
hard,
what I'm talking
nasty
about.
hitting.
Right, right. And oh, and by the way, I blocked off like where my internet and everything is plugged into, so hopefully that doesn't
Oh.
happen again with Vito.
Yes. Vito,
Yeah.
Where
stay
Yeah.
yeah,
away.
That's
he
you got to
runs
make
the
sure that's protected.
No.
yeah, yeah. So where was I? What were we? Oh, so yeah, so I started making it. I don't know. I watched a bunch of YouTube tutorials, like just like I'm a YouTube like graduate. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you,
Oh
dog.
yes.
Yeah, like the Great University of YT, as I call it. So
YTU, baby.
Hey,
Gra-
that is
Graduating
a
class
huge help for
2021.
us. Yeah, right.
right,
Graduating class 2021. What up, dog? YTU.
exactly.
Represent.
I mean, you can learn anything on YouTube. It's ridiculous. You
For
really
real,
can.
man.
You can.
And going to school for film, I kind of like realized that in the entertainment industry, you don't really have to go to school for it. The information is out there. You just have to put the work in, which I've done, and I know I by no means like think I'm there. I have a long way to go, like in mixing and mastering, and I view myself as a songwriter first, so all like when I got FL Studio back in March, I thought like, okay, I know how to write songs. I've been writing songs for 10 years. Like this will be easy. And I jumped in and like looked at all the knobs and like compression and EQ. I'm like, what? like
Like,
You're
wait,
like, wait a
what
minute. There's a
is
little bit
this?
more to
there's
this.
wow, there's something to this. Okay, so
Yeah.
from that moment I was just like on the computer, like, what is this? How do I mix? Literally like beginner mixing tutorial. and
Yeah,
just
but
whatever
but
comes
you
up,
went out
I
there and
just
you
like,
sought the information out that you
Yep.
needed, though, man.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I kind of had an idea of the type of music I wanted to do, so I sought out like more specific tutorials for that, because
Yeah.
certain things like doing what you guys do, like Dawless, that like blows my mind. Like I, I'm completely in the box at this point.
Yeah, man,
So
it's just two different ways of
Yeah, it's
working,
like
man.
just two
It's just
different
different sides of the brain or
disciplines.
something,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
right,
Two different
right,
disciplines, you know?
Yeah, it's like there's
absolutely.
those
I need
people.
I need the tactile like thing to like get what's in my head out cuz like
So you can like feel.
computers get me like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I'm like so dyslexic. I'm like, it's the Matrix, man.
it
I
is
can't
though.
figure
Like
this
going
out.
into the DAW for the first time, I was so confused. Especially FL Studio, I guess. From what I hear, it's tough. I don't
Dude,
know.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
Everybody
probably
says
one of the
Ableton's like the
toughest DAWs
easiest
that you could
workflow.
possibly learn on
You did
because
pick
there's
a
no
fun
other
one.
DAW that works that way. The FL
Right.
Studio way of working and the workflow of it is its own workflow. So like
Yes.
you
Yeah.
transferring to a different DAW is going to be so confusing. But like, hey man, it's awesome. I commend you, and I can always commend a lot of people that work in it because to me it's a very hard program to learn. After learning on Pro Tools
Yeah, you have to be
and
like
then
really
working in
smart.
Ableton for a long
Yeah.
time, when I tried to go to it, I'm like, whoa, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
thanks
I
for the
mean, I
follow,
had
Ryan.
Ableton Live Lite like 10 years ago. I forget what version it
Yeah.
was. It might have been like, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something at that time. But I messed around with it a little bit, never really like mastered or got into it like that. And I just
Yeah.
remember thinking back on how that was and thinking like, well, let me look up what a lot of producers use, and it's either Ableton or FL Studio. A lot of them,
Yeah.
like. So I was like, well, I'll take FL, I guess. I'll try it. I don't know. I never used it, never anything. I
Yeah.
just jumped
Damn.
into it. Like, fuck it,
You
here I
so
am.
much so
You
much
know?
respect for that. Yeah,
That's what's up,
that
though,
is
man.
that is a really interesting one to learn on, but yeah, I mean, I feel like you can see it in the music when people use like that type of method to make it, like when you're in the box and making it, because everything does feel like more technical, and the way you build the songs and everything like are
Right.
very tuned and thought out.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah.
very tuned and thought out, and you can see that and you can
Yeah.
hear it, and
I
it's
draw
really
Yeah.
I draw
cool.
the notes in, so I get what you're saying. Like I don't
Yeah.
have a keyboard. I have a actual computer keyboard, and I'll use that to like just kind of I
The
found like
hotkeys.
the E minor, like the first 3 notes of E minor on the keyboard, and I just use those, and I just listen to the sound, what it would sound like, because most of my songs I'm writing in either E or G, and those two keys like share a lot of the same notes. So
Mm.
if I, you know what I mean, and also from what I've heard, I don't know, maybe people in the chat might know, like those two keys hit the hardest on a sub bass.
Okay.
So
Nice.
evidently, I don't know.
Nice. Yo, Helsinki in the chat says changing DAWs is like learning to drive a car, and then someone goes, "Okay, now take this airplane."
Now try to fly this airplane.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't
So
even
It's like,
true,
imagine.
though.
all right, cool, you can drive a car. So here's a helicopter. We're gonna go
Yeah,
into
right.
Yeah,
You,
Vietnam.
have
you
fun
got
real
this,
quick.
right, man? You can handle that.
Oh, wait, so
Yeah.
you have a couple shout outs in the
Yeah,
chat.
man.
Christopher says hello. And who else
What up?
do
What
we
up?
have here? And Stephanie says Kelly helped them make a Twitch just so they could watch you.
Oh, Steph. Hey, what up?
And we got
What up, Steph? And Kelly.
Saudette62 says looking
Looking
good,
good,
Jay.
Looking good, dog.
Oh my God,
Who's
Carol from HR.
Carol from HR. That is the greatest.
Thought your shirt said
fucking
horny ass.
thing in the world.
Oh
That's the
no.
greatest
Okay,
sign,
so
man.
the
Yes,
shirt.
tell us about the shirt.
Yeah, tell us about the shirt.
So it's backwards, but it says euphonious, and it's a play on words actually, because shout out to Euphonious, some friends from back home in New Jersey. They
Dirty
had
Jers.
this dirty jers, dog. So they had this jam band, and they were playing like East Coast circuit jam band festivals and stuff, and I would go to the shows and hang out, whatever, and somehow people just started saying like, yeah, we're about to go see that euphony set, like what up, dog, like, you know what I mean. And so like they just made a shirt about it, like euphony and they have the I don't know if you can see it that well, but
Yeah.
that's the emblem.
What is it? A
Nice.
bomb?
It's a E bomb. It's like the
Okay.
letter E inside a bomb. They call it the E bomb,
How do
and
they
it's like
spell
E-bomb.
their name? How do they spell it?
it's EUPHONIOUS.
Oh wow.
Euphonious.
Wow,
Yeah,
good
check them out.
spelling bee
I think
answer
they're
right
on
there.
SoundCloud. I'm pretty sure they're on YouTube.
Okay.
Definitely Facebook. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay,
Shout out to
awesome.
Euphonious. Shout
Euphonious.
out to my boy Dan Mack, by the way, out in Cali. He speaking of like how I got into making music, like he does audio engineering out in California. Like he gets paid to do it and everything. And that's the homie from like way back, like when we were kids or whatever. And I've been messaging him and he's like hooked me up with like some plugins and like stuff like that, kind of to like help me along and
That's
like, you know,
awesome.
just this extra set of ears on
Yeah.
my mixes, you know, someone who knows what they're doing to kind of like listen and give me thoughts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Someone to
So
help guide you along.
yeah, and he streams like you guys. He does video game streams. I think he
Hell
kind of
yeah.
went quiet for a week or two, but check out it's Chitty on Facebook. That's CHITY Chitty. That's the boy
Chitty.
Danny Mac.
Chity. All right. Yeah, we'll
Chitty.
have to check them out.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Shout
yeah,
out to Chitty on
real dope
Facebook.
dude. I love that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember the band days. Those were good times, man.
Oh yeah,
Those were
dude.
good times.
Oh yeah, I wanna hear the band story about you guys being in a band. I want to hear this.
I met Max. We were both working a job, and we would like he worked for one company, I worked for another, but we would meet at the same place in the morning, like, and almost every day we would see each other at work. And one day I just was like, "Yo, you ever listen to Rain Wolf?" He's just like Canadian like blues guitar player. You know, it's a three-piece band now, but he looked like him to me at the time. And
Yeah.
he was like, "No, never heard of him." I was like, "Well, you kind of look like him. Like, you should check him out." But he's like, "Yeah, I love music, bro. Like, I love all music." So we started talking music, whatever. We exchanged numbers, and then we just started kicking it. And we started the Hooligans. Brought in the boy James. Brought
Yeah,
in his boy
man,
Steve.
J Dub out in the chat there.
Yeah, yep. And yeah, and then COVID hit, and things just kind of like switched gears. Like we didn't even get on stage yet, and COVID hit, and you know things just kind of fell apart from there, really.
Yeah, man, had an album ready to go, was all hyped up. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's what happens. The world falls apart. But yeah, then
Yeah.
you wound up moving, and
yeah,
it seemed to have really worked out for you, though, man. You know, and I'm
yeah.
happy for you.
Yeah, I think that also is a big reason why I started doing this. I don't think I don't think I would have been doing this electronic music still in Jersey. Believe it or not, you know,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore fist bump. It's like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
like
you
I
wouldn't have
don't
been
think I
playing
would have
with
been doing
Pauly
this,
D and
you know?
shit.
But
Yeah,
something about being out here on my own. It's almost like the actor that locks himself in a room for 30 days to get into character,
I got
if
you.
that makes sense.
Okay.
You're
You know what
going
I
all
mean? Like
method on us.
Well, and you have
it
to be in a vacuum, like a creative vacuum.
yeah, it's like a hyper focus chamber.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, man. Well, that's what this room is for us. You know, whenever we come in here, it really is like shutting off everything else. It gives you that hyper focus chamber to just do what you got to do, just let your
Right.
cares go, and just chill
That
out.
room
So
is
that's
that
awesome
room
that
is
you
dope.
found that
It
for
looks great on
yourself.
camera. Yeah.
Thanks, man. But
Yeah,
no,
no,
like
it
it's really awesome that you found that for yourself. You found that place where you could relax enough to think about, hey, I'm inspired right now. Like, yo,
Yeah, dude.
I got to get this out.
Well,
You
and,
know?
Yeah,
and as from an like an
100%.
outsider who like when I first met Max, you guys were in the band together, and
Right.
so I'll tell from my perspective a little bit. So
Okay.
me and Max are
Alex.
talking, and we're like, all right, let's plan our first date. And he's like, hey, how about you come check out me with my band first? And I'm like, okay.
Solid
So I'm
move.
like, oh, that's cute.
You know?
He wants to show off a little bit. He wants to impress me and play in his band. So like, I hung out that night with all of them. Like everyone was mad cool. Jeremy was cool as fuck, and I thought they were great, and it was awesome. And then like fast forward like a couple months, and we're talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, that was so cute. Like you wanted, me to see your band and you could impress me. And he's like, no, I wanted to make sure you can get along with them because if you didn't, you were out. And I'm like, oh,
Because the band was first.
Yo, I
impressed.
never
Okay.
knew that. Yo,
Like,
Yeah.
shit, okay. That's cool. You could have just kept me thinking you were trying to impress me. But no, he was like, oh, hell no, no. If you didn't get along with my band,
I
bye.
was nah. Music comes
Oh.
first, man. The band is
It's
Yo.
all.
like,
Max the
I know,
homie
that
though.
shit was
That's funny.
trash.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
so cool
hilarious.
seeing like what you guys were playing before and like the shit that I heard from you when like I first heard that you were doing this electronic. I was like,
Yeah, it blew her
Yeah.
mind because I knew that you were into this, but she didn't know. She only knew
I
you
had
for
no
jamming and ripping on the
idea.
guitar, man. It's
That's
them
all I
shredding
knew.
skills.
I knew
You
that
know?
you were just like a really good like progressive guitarist, like a like jazz progressive. I don't even know. This dude's good as fuck on the guitar.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
It's insane.
It's kind of like a 180. And thank you. I mean, I don't know. I'm all right, I guess, on guitar. I'm
No,
rusty
you're good as
now
shit.
because
You're an amazing guitarist for
Hey,
real.
my
hooligans
my
for
amp
life,
blew.
bro. Yeah,
My amp blew on me,
Ugh.
so I need a new one.
R.I.P.
Aw,
Pour one out for him.
not
Yeah,
there
man.
though.
No, not on the
No.
board.
I'll sip to it
There you go. Yeah.
for
water.
the amp, you know.
Yeah.
But I still got
Damn.
the acoustic, but I don't
Yeah.
play as much, admittedly, because since doing this stuff, um, you know, I'm more focused on this at the time. But I do sometimes go jam with some guys at work. You know what I mean? A
Nice.
few dudes that I met at work that like, you know, on Saturday once a month or something, we'll just get together and I don't need my amp because, you know, the one guy's got a little system I just plug right into his mix board, come right out the PA or whatever. I have my pedals so I can still like do my distortion, you remember the whammy pedal. I love that
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, you got to go with what inspires you, dude. Like nowadays, at least for me, it's the same. Like I'm inspired by this electronic stuff, by these synths, by that pumping kick, you know,
Yeah.
Yes.
by
Yeah.
that side chant. Like I'll throw the guitars in when I can, but I actually write on these first before I'll even pick the guitar up anymore.
Right.
It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy, you know.
It's definitely little bit of a different way of thinking, but it's still music in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Like
dude.
people say that it doesn't take skill or like knowledge to do this. Oh, you just make computer music, you know, like no, it's hard. Like I had an easier time writing songs on the guitar and then struggling to get the struggle was trying to get like, you know, into a studio. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I thought of this too. In the beginning, it was like, well, you know, if I learn how to mix, then I can like do my own rock songs and stuff like that, you know? But I realized that, you know, using analog gear like a guitar and stuff like that, there's a different like I don't want to say it's easier in the box, but it's like I want to focus on that first before I
Yeah.
go into introducing other elements. The most I use in my mixes is this microphone right here to record my own vocals because you know, wanted to get away from using vocal samples. It just makes your songs more original in my opinion.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like to get a vibe and then like find a, you know, I want other people their voice, but I don't have other people, so I have to use my own voice. You know what I'm saying? And try to find creative ways to make it sound different. Because I have
And dude, you
friends and stuff who are
totally
like,
do.
why don't you
Does,
use your
every time.
actual voice more instead of so many effects? And I'm like, because yeah, I don't want every song to be like me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you have like a
Well,
different vibe for
Yeah,
each one,
exactly.
so it calls
It
for
gives you such
different
a cool
voice.
signature.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, you never know what's gonna pop out, dude, and it gives it a totally different feel. It's for our stuff. It's been the songs have told me what they needed. You know what I mean? Like the song lets me know
Yeah.
what it needs to be. Like if there's no vocals and it's just samples. And like you know what I mean, that's what it's
Yeah.
gonna be because that's what it's feeling. And I don't want to put like you know it doesn't have to be like like when you're playing guitar and it's just your voice. You know that's all you got. You got your voice, you got your
Right.
guitar. You're limited. But
Exactly.
with this, the world's your oyster. You
Yeah.
know.
At my foundation, I'm a songwriter with an acoustic guitar in the kitchen and my voice, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, just sitting there either learning a cover song or writing my own songs, just with power chords or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so. That's where I really started, and I think that translates into what I'm doing now because I'm good at structuring songs. I always have been. It's just like I
Absolutely.
said, learning the techniques to get it sounding good. the mixing and the mastering, that the all that stuff. But I feel like, and Max, like, I've been working on this, and I tend to get a little too hard on myself, you know.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't know, I have OCD with it. If I have OCD in anything in life, it's this.
Bro, I can't tell you how many producers I know that have Final Mix, Final Mix 2, Final Mix 12, Final Mix 27. I swear to God, this is the final mix.
Dude.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then you just give up and then name it something completely different, like,
yeah,
you know.
the hardest part sometimes is just challenging ourselves enough to put it out. You know,
Yeah.
like I have so
Yeah.
many songs that are on my hard drive that we've got that like I just haven't put out. Like, could it
Right.
be better? Yeah. Could I do a little bit of this? Yeah. Is it good? Maybe. But I'll never know because it's not out there. You know, and that's the
Yeah.
hardest thing to get through is just to put yourself out there.
Well, I always like see it as like there's a threshold, a point in a song when you start a song where it's like this is either going in the shit pile or I'm gonna commit to it.
Yep.
It's a commitment, because it's like the idea is easy for me anyway. Like that's the easy part for me is like kind of finding an idea, and I know quickly. That's why I say it's easy because I know quickly if it's good or not. If it's
Okay.
not good, then the way I know it's
Scrap it.
good
Move
with
on.
this, what I'm doing is it has to make me dance
Okay.
before it's mixed or finished. Just I'm talking kick drum, a clap or snare or whatever, maybe a hi hat, and then a bass line. And if that
Gotcha.
bass line is good and makes me kind of like, all right, like, yeah, I want to, like, get
Yeah.
it, then
Yeah, when you can
I'll
vibe to your own shit, you're like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I
Well,
might be
yeah, man,
onto
that's what you
something.
want. You want that heartbeat. You want something to just move you. Well,
Right.
it's I related back to like when we were writing the songs in the band. Like we wanted to tell an emotion. We were trying to tell a story through our songs. And
Exactly.
translate that to this. You want to translate an emotion. So are you feeling that emotion when you're getting into it? And if that pattern that you're playing, that little lick that you're doing isn't getting that, all right, let's move on. What can I get? What emotion can I
Right.
get?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I have a couple tracks that aren't quite like dancey tracks,
Yeah. Hey.
but it's the same thing like you're saying though, there's still an emotion there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's whatever like vibe you're trying to get across and using the tools you have, which in our case is like synths. Yeah,
Yep.
you use synthesizers and waveforms
You want to know
and
something that's crazy, man? Talking about vibe is like I just watched this thing with Timberland the other day. Somebody was asking him, "Do you think using samples is cheating? Like using drum samples or using any type of samples is cheating?" And he's like, "No, man, because sample is just a tool to get you the place you want to go quicker. If like, yo, you love that drum sound. That drum sound's on a million fucking records. Why
Right.
break your back when you can just do that?" He's like, nobody can give you that vibe. Nobody can give you that feeling. You can't buy a vibe. Like,
Right.
as long
Right.
as you got
Yeah.
that and you use these tools to get you there. So it's like, it's really cool. Like, even now we're talking about, yeah, it's that vibe. It's all the
Mhm.
vibe.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
Well, with what I'm doing, I saw on the internet a lot of people talk about this sample pack called the Cashmere Pack,
Okay.
and like for beginners, it's like heavily marketed to beginners because like a lot of people use it, even like professional mixers and people on labels. Like you've heard the Cashmere Pack in a lot of songs, and then some people will say like, well, don't use it for that reason because it's so repetitive, but really for me, I want to relate to people. I want them to hear things that they're used to a degree so that they like my song, and then the more they listen to it, they'll realize, oh, this is creative in this way or that way. Like there, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
Absolutely.
almost
Exactly.
make it like an onion, like enticing to draw you in with what you're used to hearing, but then on the back end you're like, well, you know what, that was actually kind of like creative. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of what I
Damn.
strive for.
Okay. Layers. There's layers to this shit, son.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There's layers to
Levels.
this shit.
Avicii levels. Like he was a
Level.
genius with
Oh,
that.
damn. There you go.
Levels.
There you
You know
go.
what I mean?
There you go. Well, yeah, man, and like I gotta say, honestly, from an outside perspective, like each one of your tracks, you're leveling up. I've seen it. I see the progression, and I see you pushing
Thank you,
yourself, and
man.
I see the mixing skills, and I see the songwriting skills developing, and it's really it's a level up. It's like you
Yeah.
just ate that mushroom, dog.
Yeah, DJ was actually saying too,
Yeah.
like back to like he was commenting like when you're talking about working and creating in the computer, he's saying it's that much harder and it takes that much more skill because you have to be a songwriter and mix and master. you have to know it all. You have to do it all.
Yeah, you got to think
Yeah.
many different hats.
Yeah,
Many
yeah.
different hats.
Deadmau5 talks about that a lot, actually. I saw an interview with Deadmau5 where he talked about that. Like, it's not good enough to just be a songwriter anymore.
Yep.
You have to like put the time in to, you have to be your own like campaign manager at times. Like, especially starting out, you don't have managers, you don't have like, you know
Hell
what I'm saying?
no. You
Like,
ain't got no
you got to do
PR.
that yourself. You got to think
Yeah.
about like, how do I sell my product, which is my music or whatever, you know? So you have a bunch of hats, and it's hard to like master each one of those hats. Especially for me, I'm more of the creative side. I find that to be easier than the selling yourself online and all that, But I'm learning,
Yeah, man, it's same here, dude. As time goes on, it gets a little bit easier, and you start to learn a little bit more about this stuff. But
Yeah.
it's never comfortable to like put yourself
Yeah.
out there, and be like,
No.
oh hi.
No, and like a lot of things when you're learning yourself or you're teaching yourself, it's just trial and error. You're gonna make some mistakes, and even like you're gonna be changing your name. You got your momentum going. You realize you want to take a shift, and you just
Right.
do it. You
Now's
what
the
works
time
at the
to do
time.
it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, for now, I mean, if you guys don't already and you're interested, follow me on social media. Yours truly,
Yeah,
YURS
man.
underscore
links are there.
TROOLIE.
They're all in the chat, man. All the links are right there in the chat.
Yeah, yeah,
Please go and
okay,
give
all
him a
right.
follow, dude.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Well,
gonna,
yeah, man.
well, I'm gonna definitely be letting people know whenever I do change my name beforehand, like,
Yeah,
so that,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. We'll give a drop real quick. Here's a
Like,
little-
I,
so.
I'm a very strong believer of you can do anything you need to do, just give people a heads up.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't, as long as you give people a heads up, it doesn't matter because they know what to expect.
Yeah, as long as you're honest and transparent, that's the biggest thing. So yeah, man, I think we got a good intro. You want to get into some of this music, dude? You wanna show the people some of this music?
Dude.
Show them what yours
Yeah.
truly is all about.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right, man.
And shout out to Helsinki. He said big ups to all the artists putting themselves out there and doing all this shit themselves. It is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not. And yours truly and you guys here that are artists in here with us, you guys deserve all this respect in the world. It's
Absolutely, 100%.
For real.
This is a
And real quick
grind,
before we
man.
get into the song, I want to say this community is amazing. I love you guys, like, for real.
Thanks, man.
I've had so much fun in this chat, listening to these songs and like, you know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
vibing.
Aw.
It's great.
Well,
I
bro,
look
I mean,
forward
it
to
really means the
Tuesdays.
world to have you here, dude. Like you were there from day one of the birth of the idea of this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Me and you sitting in the warehouse smoking cigarettes, smoking butts, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, man, I think I'm gonna start a Twitch or a YouTube channel. What you think about that?
I was,
You're
dude,
like-
I thought it was a great idea. I told you from the start, bro, do it.
Yeah,
That's a great idea. You know?
yeah. And then you were like, yeah, but I'm moving.
yeah. Well,
But hell
things-
yeah, man!
you know,
It's
things-
and it's
things-
awesome to
things
have
for
you,
me
dude.
were going a certain way, and I just had to get a change. You
Yeah, you
know,
gotta
and like I
follow-
said, that sparked this, man. It really did for me. You know.
Hell yeah! All right, man. Well, this first song is called "A Game." Let's get into it, y'all. Ooh.
That's a cool little bass.
Okay. Dude, that bass is hot, bro. Oh shit.
Dude, that came in like big.
Dude, hell yeah. Yo. Dude, these transitions, bro. What?
Capricious is like, oh shit, didn't see that coming.
Everybody's like, mood kicked in, mood engaged, dancing now.
Right.
hit the dance floor. Yeah, this is fun. That bass is cool.
You gotta bring it down. Bring it down.
Okay.
And build it back up, you know?
Ooh.
I love how it all fits together. It's cool.
Yeah, everybody dancing in their pajamas and shit. In the house. Everybody's dancing in the house. Yeah. Get it.
Christopher's dancing all over the living room.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Ooh. Yeah,
Disco
okay.
shit going, all right.
Favorite part of the track. This is my favorite part.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is cool.
Oh, shit. Dude, I love every transition, man. Just leveling it up. It's them levels. Them levels.
I'm telling you, Avicii was a genius for that, bro. He was, man. There's so much to that. But
Dude, oh my god, what a way to take it down.
yeah,
What a way to take
But
it
bring in
down.
a heavier bass
What?
and bring it down?
right.
Bruh, bruh,
Bruh.
bruh,
Bruh.
bruh.
Yo, that was hot.
Yo, that was hot, dude.
That
Thank
was
you.
cool.
That was hot,
So-
man.
I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs that I've made. The thing that sucks about it is it doesn't have vocals because they were sampled, and I had to take them off because
Yeah.
Facebook copyright hit me on it. So be careful using splice vocals. Anybody in the chat that makes music, just that's why I just
Make sure
avoid it
you always
altogether.
get your licensing straight, man. That's number one in this game. If you're using any type of sample, always make sure you can cover your ass.
Yeah,
Name of the
yeah.
That's the name of
Yep.
the game, son. We use a lot of samples in our shit, man, and you know you got to be careful.
Yeah. But it honestly, you don't miss anything. It doesn't feel like anything was taken
Nah,
from
dude,
the track.
no.
Like you would have never known. That track
Yeah,
was
I do
good.
think it's a stand. I think it stands alone. I do. I never
Yeah.
actually. That's the first time I've heard it without vocals.
No way.
What?
Yeah,
So it was like a
Yeah.
premiere for you too.
in a yeah, in a way, in a
Like
way. it
raw
was.
first impression.
I'm over here like, what would I do on that? like,
Like,
Like, wait a minute. Oh, damn, that's me.
Yeah. what vocals would I put on this? you know.
Yo, everyone in the chat loved it.
Everybody's loving it, man.
Selena called
That's
it a
awesome.
mood booster. LV380 said it was great. Everyone's loving it. Saudette said that's some good shit.
Yeah, so is there anything you want to
Thanks,
say about
Unc.
this song in particular, man? Anything you want to say about this one?
I mean, the game?
Yeah.
That was probably the first song that I made that I was like, I really like this one. You know what I
Alright.
mean? Where I felt like, nah, it's not the first one, but it's like one of those level songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was one of those for me where it was like each one I learned something new. And, you know, that one was the first one to make me feel like, okay, I can really do this. You know, I
when
think
some
I'm
of the
good at
dots
this.
started connecting, huh? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know for me, when with doing this stuff, whenever I'm learning a new technique, there's a moment where that light bulb goes off. Because like I get it intellectually, but sometimes applying it, you know, you got to do it over time. You got to apply it in the real world. And then once
Yeah.
I do it, I'm like, oh snap, I get it.
Right.
there's
you,
that
you
song
can't
that gets
fast
you.
track experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's what that is.
Absolutely.
You just got to do it. No matter how much you get it, you have to do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because knowing it and applying it are two totally different things, and you're never
Right.
gonna fully know it until you actually use it.
And again, like I can't say this enough. I'm still on this journey. Like I know my mixes aren't, like 100%. They could be better. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear things myself, like whatever. I keep trying to get better. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It
Every
shows,
song.
man.
Every
shows.
Like, yeah, dude, honestly, it shows. It really does, man.
Well, thanks.
All right,
Thanks.
so let's get into this next one. This next one's called Good Love.
Good love.
I like
Good
this one.
Love.
Oh, is this gonna be a? Never.
You gotta contain yourself on that one. Oh, okay. This one gets your shoulders. This one gets your shoulders.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I was talking about. It's not quite as dancey.
This is that club banger, dog.
Shit.
Okay, where we going?
Yeah, this verse has such a cool groove to it.
It does. It's like kind
Oh,
of
bro, this is a vibe in itself, son. What?
Yeah.
It's a vibe, son.
I heard this sample and just fell in love with it.
Oh, snap. Oh, dude.
We just need our screen to be like, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
See the bass. Helsinki.
Helsinki wants a stage to destroy.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
Yo.
Damn.
Yeah, we got
Yo.
people. Everybody wanted a stage to destroy.
That
Got
was
goosebumps
hot.
on this one, man.
That was
Oh,
hot.
that's
Goosebumps.
awesome.
People getting churches vibes.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
dope.
man. We got another person in the chat saying, "Man, me thinking this boy going places.
Helsinki.
Me thinking
yes.
this dude going places."
Oh man,
We
thank
th-
you.
We think
Thank
so
you.
too.
We'll see.
Helsinki.
I think so, man. So yeah, so
Damn.
tell us about that track, man.
Oh man, that track. I guess. Well, I created that bass from scratch. The womp, then the
Okay.
drop, the womp womp. And I was trying to go for like a dubstep sound on this song, but it turned into kind of like more of a future bass,
Yeah.
which this was one of the songs where I was like figuring out that I can do future bass. It was like, all right, like I just vibe with this. Like house music took me a minute to kind of figure out, I guess. Like I tried to do house music right off the jump and I was like, this is hard. And then I kind of like messed around and I always loved rap. So like future bass and dubstep and a lot of EDM genres have more of a hip hop drum pattern to them that like doop doop pop, that halftime
Yeah.
snare on the 3,
Yeah.
kick on the 1 and like offbeat kicks, that kind of thing. So that kind of got me going, I guess. Like I was like, well, this I just felt it. You know
Okay.
what I mean? That song
Yeah.
I really just felt,
That's
especially
what
like
the song
when I
tells
heard
you
that
what it's
sample.
gonna be.
the sample sparked that one. Like I heard the
Nice.
sample and I created the music behind her voice. I kind of like took the main sample, laid it out, and then just like layered everything, like the music, all the, the whole track came from that one 8 bar sample. And then for like the second verse, I chopped it to just kind of like change it up a little bit, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
give it that
Because I'm always
variation.
thinking like you one thing I heard online that I think is true, especially with EDM more than other genres, is you have to add elements as it goes. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Like people will lose your attention. Like
Yep.
you'll lose their attention. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep them like, what's he gonna do next? What's he gonna do next? That's why that's why the vocals change. And in the second drop, it's a longer drop, and that last part, I reintroduce the vocals, but all chopped up. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if you listen to it carefully, you'll hear the drum patterns change a little bit too. Like that kick, the way the kick hits, kind of hits a little different on that very
Yeah.
last drop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. Damn, that was a
Fuck
good
yeah,
one.
dude.
That
That
was
was dope.
cool.
Thank you.
Man, we're
That
getting
was
into
That's
this,
one of my
dude.
favorites.
All right, man. Up next, we got Do I Know You? Do I Know
This is
You?
this shout out Steph. This is Stephanie's favorite. This was the
Okay.
first one. She
Okay.
was there. I want to say this before you play it real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
She
absolutely,
she
dude.
was there with me when I made this song, and this was like the first one that I was like, okay, I'm gonna start posting my music
All
because I had
right.
like a ton of tracks before this that I thought were just kind of trash, and they're still on my SoundCloud, but I made them private. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you,
I
dude.
got to I
We
got
got
to
the
take
same
them
thing in
off
our
my
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah. We're like,
Yeah.
you need to change a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but this one, she was there when I wrote it, and she was like on the couch, like it was like a whole weekend. She stayed with me, and I was just glued to this. And she must have heard the song a million,
She
Aw.
was a
million fucking
trooper,
times.
man.
But
Yo,
to this day,
that's a
it's her
ride or
favorite.
die.
She still loves hearing it. So
Yo, that's what's up.
That's
dude.
awesome.
That's
shout
what's
out,
up, man.
Steph.
Yeah, Steph's
Well,
in
hell
the
yeah,
chat,
dude. Shout
giving her
out to
love.
Steph, man. Let's
Yeah.
get into this. Do I Know You? Ooh.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Woo. Woo. Okay.
Man, this is like a whole other cool vibe.
Dude, my man's taking us on journeys, dude. Different electronic journeys here.
Man. Squirtle B in the chat said he loved this from the moment you showed him at work.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, NKB thinks your music's better than what's on the radio.
Oh,
NKB.
thank you.
Dude. I feel the hip hop vibes though.
I
I feel the
know.
hip hop inspiration
I know.
really
Yeah.
in this one, but the level, like the way that you're taking this and the different places you're going with it, did not expect it. Definitely did not expect it. It's sick.
Yo, that bass. Oh my god.
Especially that it rings through your body.
That's that one when you sit next to a sub and you can't even breathe. Your heart rate becomes the rhythm. You're like,
Right.
You are one with the bass.
you're like, yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I loved about this
Woo!
one.
Why you gotta do me like that? Get that Jersey fist bump in the air.
Ooh, that was fucking sick.
Ooh.
Like I say, you gotta change that last drop a little bit.
Dude.
Capricious wants this on the radio because he needs to cruise to it.
Hell yeah, Capricious.
Dude,
Yo.
dude.
Damn. Yo, that was so cool. Oh my god, that was good. I loved how you dropped everything out and then just brought that just to that bass in the end.
Oh
Like that
yeah,
was like
yeah.
the star of the show.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yo, that was good. That was really good.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God.
one was fun to make. Like it was a lot of fun. I literally like it was like a full Saturday and most of Sunday. And like Steph, I was like telling Steph, we gotta go for the drive test. Like it's funny. Capricious said he wanted to hear this in the car because I'm like, yo, you ready for another drive test? And she's like, we
That's
must have
awesome.
did like 15 drive tests like that weekend, like just cruising to it. And she kept saying, I want it to like hit me. I want it to hit me. And this because I was still mixing it. I wasn't like, like I didn't do the mastering. I'm not a mastering engineer. I just want
Yeah.
to throw that out there. But what I've learned is a lot of it is very subtle EQ, saturation. They say don't throw a limiter on the mastering chain, but I believe that's more don't mix into the limiter until you know what a limiter does. So I don't mix into a limiter. What I do is I gain stage, even though I'm in the box of like 100%, and clipping isn't as important. I still gain stage. I still like try to keep myself around -6 to -3 dBFS in that range. And then I'll do limiting and compression and whatever. And also it's the workflow too. But on the master chain, I typically will put a limiter on it. And that's how I try to. And this is the reason why I say this is the first song where I was like, I'm going to start posting stuff. Is this is the first song where I learned that. And
Okay.
from there, like I hear how the mix and the master and everything, again, the master could be better. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
it's-
love the vibe of that
we
track.
always
Writing
tear
it was
apart
so
our
much
own
fun.
stuff.
I know. Oh my God. You can always listen to your shit over and over and over and infinitely find shit that you want to change about it.
It's a never-ending
like-
process.
Yeah. But at a certain point, you just got to let it go.
Right.
Just got to let it go.
I let it cruise.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
just-
float out.
Yeah,
into the
you do.
universe.
It's 100%. And my boy Dan Mack out in California, he told me that. He was like, dude, you could sit there and mix a song for fucking ever, for the rest of your life, and always hear something. But you got to get it to a point where it sounds good, and you're happy enough with it where if other people hear it, even if they hear certain things, which most people probably won't, your average listener won't. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's always gonna be you. You're always gonna be your hardest critic.
exactly.
There's not gonna
Exactly.
be shit in there that half the people are even gonna notice.
All right, man.
Right.
So, all right, this next one we've premiered on the show before. This one's
Uh-oh.
called Love Overdrive. And
This was my
the
first
first
submission
one that
to you
I
guys.
heard. Yeah, this is the one that made me
This
like,
is
oh
a great
shit.
one.
So let's get into this, baby.
I love that vocal. Oh shit! We're in Miami, bitch.
It's got that tropical vibe, man.
Oh my god, that totally brings me into
That ultra shit,
so
dude.
much. Oh, that's choppy.
Back to cruising.
See, this hook gets stuck in my head every time. It's stuck in my head every time.
Thank you, man. I wrote this bit.
Oh my god, I could just like picture like a pack of kids fucking doing like shuffling to this.
Oh my
shit,
god.
Like, oh
Yeah,
my
right?
God, lose their mind. Never got good at that shit. I tried.
A big part of my inspiration for this one was Easy.
Our love is on overdrive.
Woo! I love that one. That one's
Yo.
so fun.
Yo,
That
hell
makes me
yeah.
happy.
I like that one. That was the
fun.
first one I did with my own vocals. So I sat down and I had to write all those lyrics and everything, and I just listened to the track and was like, how does this make me feel? But when I was writing the track, the music, I wanted like a brassy tropical vibe. So I thought like a big old party in like Ibiza, you know? Like
That's
I
totally
wanted
what it feels like. That's
yeah,
exact-
I
I just
wanted to
picture
make like
like
an Ibiza track. You know
yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
people
love
on
it.
the beach, like dancing in their bathing suits and stuff. Like
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody's saying this is a club banger. These are definitely club tracks. Club
Yes.
banger for sure.
Some of my
yes.
fondest memories of living in Florida was sneaking into nightclubs in Orlando, like downtown Orlando, like under 21, like getting in. I did a lot of photography back then too, so I would photograph DJs and stuff like that, so I could get into these nightclubs
Oh, what?
even though I was underage because I was working. So
Nice.
That's
like
cool.
I draw back to that a lot of times when I'm making these types of tracks because like I don't know, there's nothing like being in a dark nightclub and just dancing. Like
Yes.
say what
Hell
you want
yeah.
about nightlife, partying, drugs, alcohol, whatever. Like for me, it really is the music. Like you get into a room full of people with that song or another dance track like that, like
Oh, dude.
loud, like that will get you high. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
100%.
Yes. Yeah, I was starting to get chills with you just
100%.
saying that because that's one of the things that I miss the most. You have such a different relationship to the music when you're experiencing in that way. You know,
Yes.
it's like you can hear it in your car and you got good sound system. You can hear it in your house and but when you're packed with a room full of people who like write the same moment hits everybody the same and you're all
Right.
like, "Oh
Right.
shit." And you're just vibing out with everybody. That shit's so cool.
Dude,
And
My
these
favorite
tracks,
thing my favorite thing about EDM and like house music especially because house music's easy to follow because the drum pattern that four on the floor that you know everybody knows it so it taps into our tribal like need to like dance in a group
Yes.
like that
Yes.
group dance you know that's a very like tribal thing you know it's in our nature so that's why I love this music is because it does like believe it or not it will connect people. If you're in a group of people listening to this kind of music, somebody's going to dance and it will be infectious.
100%, dude. 100%.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
speaking of that, this next track's called Shake It. So,
Oh shit.
yo, y'all ready
All
to shake
right.
it?
Nice
Shake
segue
it.
there.
I want you to shake it.
There's that fucking sick ass sick dog.
Oh my god. This takes me to really good early 2000s breaking.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
Oh, we gotta do our workout dance.
Huh?
Workout.
Thanks for hanging 7
party go? Break.
Get it. Oh shit, he's down. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't wait. Did I even do it?
Bow. Yes.
Oh my god, I know this one's so catchy.
Dude, just grabs you from the start, man. Where the party people at?
Where the party at though?
Woo! That's the
All right.
anthem, son.
So my question.
That's the new anthem,
Where
son.
is the party at, though?
Yeah, where the party at,
The
though?
party's right here on Outworld Sounds. Come on now.
That's what's up. Shout out.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yo,
I love
so
that one.
I remember going back afterwards and watching the stream where you guys played that, and everybody in the chat was saying like Project X. That's exactly what I was going for.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Nice.
That on the head, on the money. Like, so that song was inspired by a party I went to in high school where the cops came. And everybody just like ran, like either ran out the house or stayed in the house. And I was one of the people that stayed in the house. And like nothing happened. Like we didn't get in trouble. We all had to like call our parents, whatever, and they came picked us up. But like I was like still like having fun. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
You're like, where the party at, though?
where the party at though? Like police at the back though. Like keep
You
it
ever
going.
get
Like
picked up and beat by their
You're like,
parents?
yo,
You're
there
like,
ain't
"Where
no
the
need to
party at,
react, dog.
yeah, like no need to react though. Like we just gonna dance. Like you know what I mean?
Oh my god, I love that.
Jared
just
just a
made me
party
love
animal,
that
like, yo,
song
what's
so
good?
much more. That story is amazing.
Like that's legit where those vocals came from. I was
That's
just
so
like
funny.
thinking
Love
like because
it,
I made the
dude.
track. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
That
my
is so
process. I
great.
make the track and then I put the vocals to it. So I was like listening to it and I knew it was like a upbeat like hype party song, but I was like, what kind of like vocals should I put on it? And that's what I came to mind. That's what I thought about was that house party. So
Hell yeah, dude. I love it.
That's amazing.
I love it, man.
Oh god.
and I thought like I couldn't do it like me particularly because like one of the lyrics is we just gonna dance ho like I'm talking to a chick and I thought
Yeah.
like I'm not like a misogynist like that so like
Oh.
but girls will speak to each other like that. It's almost like acting. I'm finding with doing my own vocals is like
Okay.
you have to put yourself in the mindset of like what do I want to hear, and on this track I wanted to hear a female vocal or something like that. So
Yeah,
I ended up
yeah.
sounding like a 4-year-old, but
Fuck yeah.
you know, that was my whole idea on that was like, all right, if I was like a chick at a house party, as weird as that sounds, but like you kind of almost have to think of like,
Dude, you
like,
take on the character. You put the story
do.
to the song.
right.
It
It's all
tripped me
about
out when I
space and-
first heard that that was your vocals. I was like, wait, that's him? What? Because you
Yeah.
totally sound like a person. You sound like a girl with an attitude where she's like, where the party at though? Like
right,
like
right.
that's,
Like
I totally
I listened
that's
to it.
what I
I
picture.
picture like a 17-year-old chick at a party. You know what I'm saying? Like
Just
Just have-
grouchy.
Yes.
Where the party at, though? Ain't no
yeah,
need to
you know
react,
what I
dog.
mean? Like I don't know.
Homies in the back, dog. Come on. Yo, my man Kai Bry in the chat saying we got him in the shower flipping lights. He's trying to take a shower in the bathroom flipping the lights. Just
Oh,
dancing.
he's got the homemade
My man-
strobe
my
lights
man
off.
just like, oh shit.
Yo,
Thanks for the follow.
that's so
OX2
Florida,
party.
bro. That's so Florida.
Yeah, it is so Florida.
I
Yo,
love you,
welcome to
Kyle.
the grid, man. Thanks for the follow.
Oh my god. Yo.
Damn,
that-
man. Yeah, dude, that's so fucking rad, dude. I'm glad we got to dive into those, doing some new tracks I haven't heard yet, dude. Super sick.
Yeah. Those I liked hearing where you started though, like where you started, where you decided like, all right, this is good enough. To
Yeah.
this one, that we just played, like that journey is so cool. But you, like when we posted this on Instagram, you know, we're saying like you have like a dubstep swagger. Like everything you do has that swagger to it,
Yeah.
where it's like,
Oh, thank you. That's
yeah,
one hell of a
it's just got
compliment.
its own. It's true. Like you're like, all right, this is yours truly. Like it's got
Yeah,
that
it's got a
swagger.
signature.
Like,
Yeah, it's got
yeah,
that signature to it. It makes your oh shit. You always want to move. Like I said, that one song got my shoulders shaking, right? Then the
Yeah,
other one
yeah.
just got me moving. Oh, got the energy. Then the next one's like, yo, where the homies at? Yo, wait, that's my anthem, yo. Let's say, ain't no need to react. Let's ride, dog. Let's
No
go.
need to
Let's get it.
react.
You
We
know what I'm
don't
saying? Then we
dance,
got-
ho.
They got that beachy vibe, yeah, but you totally got your own signature, and I love it,
Yeah,
dude. It's
it's
really, it
cool.
really is cool. It is that nice. I love that swagger.
yeah,
It's that
got a
swagger
Thank
to
you.
it, man. I love it.
Thank you.
Mm.
Because that's
Yeah.
hard in EDM. It is. It's hard. It's easy to sound like everybody else. And like that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like you want to sound like everybody else to an extent. You know what I mean? Like
You want to sound
and
familiar.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Like you almost want to sound like, oh, like okay, like it's that hook because we like familiarity. Like humans are creatures of habit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like what sounds good, you know what sounds good, even if you're not a musician. You know what you like to hear. So I just want my stuff to sound relatable enough, but hit you with that like creativity. Like I said before, in the back end, you hit it with them. You know, with the creativity. I don't know.
Hell
it's
yeah,
like
what I
Salt
dude.
Bay. Like just sprinkle it in.
Well, yeah, man. So you know, we got some questions, dude, and some people want to
Okay.
know, you know, how you get your sound, dude. What are some of these techniques that you use to produce to get this sound?
Um, okay, well, I use Serum mostly. And if we have time, I don't know like the time limit or anything, but later if we have time, I'll take you guys into the DAW and like show you how I'll make a bass sound or whatever. But
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
man.
sure people want to check that out.
it's mostly Serum. I have a couple other synths. Sometimes I'll layer presets or like take a preset and tweak it. I have Vital, which is a free synth, and it's like newer,
Okay.
but it's like just as powerful as Serum, and it's pretty dope. So I bought the paid version because I thought it was so dope. Like I wanted to like buy it, you know,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
when you buy it, you can get a bunch of presets that come with it. So
Okay.
Oh,
I
nice.
use some of those. Yeah, I don't know. I have I don't I'm not one of those people that has a sound in my head. That's like I want this specific sound. It's more I tinker. I'm a tinkerer and I'll like come up with something that is just I know it when I hear it. When I
Okay.
hear it and I'm like okay, yeah,
That's what
that
I'm
there's
going
something to
for.
that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then I
100%,
just
dude.
roll with it. Get out of your own way. This is the best advice.
Yes. Oh my God, that's the best piece of advice. I need to tell that to myself sometimes. All right, we
Yes.
got another one. Another
I do
one
every
from the
day.
Discord.
Yeah, another one from the Discord. Yeah. So, what software or piece of kit could you not be without?
What software?
Yeah, or piece of your workflow could you not be without?
There's a few of them. I mean, first one is Serum, like I said, because that's pretty much my main synth. Because I watched this masterclass course on it, so like I really got like an in-depth knowledge on how to use that synth.
Fuck
And
yeah.
then I mean that knowledge translates to other synths to a degree, but they're all different.
100%.
It's like DAWs, I imagine, like we were talking about earlier. But that for sure. And Manipulator is another plugin that I've been using lately for my vocals.
Nice.
So that also, what else? I mean, I use a lot of stock plugins. Tell you the
Hey, but
truth.
that's dope, dude. Sometimes the best
Yeah,
thing is learning what you've got. You
I
don't need to
yeah.
get all this shit to make something sound good.
That was actually one of the questions Lord Nikon had
Yeah.
in the chat was
Okay.
if you use vocal plugins or if you use just,
Stock.
what's built in
I
your
use
DAW.
a combination Love Overdrive. I did not use Manipulator. I used only Little Alter Boy and the FL Studio stock auto tune called Pitcher. And I don't like the sound of Pitcher. And I realized that after that track, like while making, I was like, this stock auto tune sucks. Like this fucking, it's got to go. Hey, beat it. You got to go. Beat
Yeah.
it. You know. So
Beat
I
it.
went and
Beat
I
it.
found M Audio. M Audio offers like a little sound pack of plugins for free, and
Okay.
they're good. They're good. Like there's a compressor, in my opinion. I don't know from what I've been using the shit out of them. Compressor, saturator, and the auto tune are the three that I got.
Okay.
Uh,
Nice.
so I'll use that auto tune. The, your boy out in Cali just hooked it up though. I just got Melodyne. I just got to figure out.
Yo.
I got to figure out how to
Level
use it
up.
though.
Level
Yeah,
up, dude.
again,
I've been
chitty,
I've
chitty.
been wanting to bite the bullet, dude, to do it. I mean, I have an outboard piece of gear that does do auto tune, but it's not quite what I need, and I just can't bring myself to do it yet.
No.
No,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have no shame, dude. I mean, I know I
no.
can sing normally, but when you're making a track, like it just for me, I feel like it just gives it that perfectness. I don't know.
Hey, man.
Like I'm just kind of like okay, like I know I can like hit match the key like perfectly because I'll hear where my natural voice just kind of goes out a little bit and it bothers me.
No, I
That's really
understand that.
why I use auto tune. And also I kind of like that effect it has a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I like it. I'm a millennial. I grew up listening to T
Mhm.
Pain and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
I think it has its place. It totally has its
I
place.
think it definitely does. And with this
yeah,
style of music, where everything's digitized, why not
Right.
have the vocals be digitized as well? You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you just turn it into an instrument in
In
itself,
itself,
you know?
exactly. And that's
Like,
what you do. I mean,
yeah.
you really you use your vocals and your samples in such a rhythmic way, or in a way that's leveling up the song to where it just accents it. It's another
Mhm.
part of the
right.
song in itself. And that's a testament to you as a songwriter. You know what I
Well,
mean?
thank you.
Because
But
you think of the whole.
with what we do, man, like honestly, vocals, if it's gonna take away from anything, don't put them in.
100%.
Don't you know what I'm
100%.
Yeah.
saying? In my opinion, like because EDM can stand alone as just purely instrumental. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
what it is, you know. But
Absolutely.
the
Yeah,
vocals have to
absolutely.
be good if you're gonna do it. So,
Yeah, dude. Okay, so another question is people want to know how much time in any given week do you devote to your music and to creating?
oh, well, on average, I would say roughly 20 to 40 hours, probably like 40 hours a week. Yeah, like I said, I have two full-time jobs because I come home after work. I get home around 3 o'clock, and like it's not healthy what I do. I'll go nights without eating dinner because I'm so obsessed with what I'm doing,
Yeah.
musically that like I'm just like I'll take breaks because your ears have to rest. Um, but I'm just so in it that like I'm just like I don't need to eat. I don't, I'll go without sleep. Like I'm obsessed. It's it's weird. But yeah, probably like 40 hours, legit. Because from like 4 to 5 o'clock till 10, 11, midnight, like that's my time. So if you add that up, and then there's weekends where I'll do like 10 hours, like between Friday night and Saturday, like 10 hours, and then maybe another 2 or 3 hours on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Damn. That is some
Yeah.
dedication. But
Hell
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, that's why you're continually leveling up because you're putting in the work, you're paying your dues, you're doing all that. But definitely take care of yourself too, please.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Please take care of
Actually, that's
yourself.
part of
I'll
yeah,
get
it's
my
part of
mom
it's part of my
comment
problem.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Squirtle
I'm
B
just
says, "I got your back for dinner, bro."
oh, hell yeah. I love me some good dinners. I mean, I do cook. I know how to cook. I do make myself food. I'm not starving, guys. But I
My
just
man ain't starving.
I just get really, like I said, hyper focused at times,
Yeah.
and I have to. It's almost like if I go to bed without getting what I want to get out, then I'll lose it the next day. And sometimes you latch onto this wave, and you're like, I want to ride this until you know what I'm saying. And if you get off the wave too soon, you're gonna lose where it would have taken you. You can catch another wave, but it'll take you somewhere else. You,
Absolutely.
Damn.
you know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Wow.
Wow, that's a great way to put it. That's you just put it perfectly. That's exactly what happens. And that's why sometimes when you go back to something you started, it's kind of hard because you were in a certain place when you started it and to recapture that
Yes.
moment and that spark in time where you were feeling that.
Yep.
Sometimes that's why some things just go left undone because it
Yeah.
was just like a spark at that time, and sometimes
Absolutely.
it's hard to
It
get
can
back to
be
it.
it can be impossible to recapture that, you know.
Absolutely.
If
But
you do finish that song, it's not going to be what you intended it to be from the beginning, but that's okay because things
yeah,
evolve.
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. That's like, you know, in the same vein, it could turn into something completely different that you never
Yep.
imagined. You know, something that
Right.
wasn't inspiring you one day. You know that you liked the drum beat, but the bass that you were coming up with wasn't hot, or vice versa. You
Right.
come back a week later, a month later, and you're like, oh, I got a new beat for this. I got this. Let's get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives you
Yeah.
that totally different feel. So there's
Dude,
all
a
different
few
ways
of
to look
these
at it.
songs I almost gave up on. Like straight up was just like in the beginning stage, that area where you're about to commit or trash it. I was like, I want to trash this. And then shout out to a couple of the homies like James in the chat, you know, and like a few other people. They're like, nah, man, like I think you got something here. And I'm
Heck
like,
yeah,
Nice.
well,
dude.
all right. And I'll sit there and listen to it again and whatever. And, you know, and then they, you know, I think Good Love was like that. And A Game, the game song, the one with no vocals, the first one you played.
Nice.
Those two, like, yeah, I almost gave up on them. And I'm glad I didn't because they're
Yeah,
That's
like
I'm
why
two of
so
that's
my
why
glad you
having
didn't.
those
favorites.
friends are
You
important,
know,
man. Having those other ears are important. Those people to help you keep going, to
super
push you,
important.
man. To
Yep.
tell you that, like, give you that, like, yo, dude, you're being stupid. This shit sounds dope. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah,
Just that reassurance. Yeah. Well,
100%. You need the homies. Like,
Dude, 100%.
like, yo,
good times, bad
Bad friends,
friends.
yeah.
I mean, that's why I bought this hat. I saw it at the store and was like,
That's that.
yes,
That's that shit right there.
you know?
Yes. Never give up, never surrender. That's right, Lord Nikon. You fight and you slash and you fucking keep going.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Yeah, do we got
Yeah.
any
So
others?
yeah. So like yeah, just one more. So yeah, where do you see yourself going with this, and like where's your ultimate goal in the future? You know,
So,
obviously that like you know we see that you're leveling up, and I see that you have like a focus in mind. You know.
yeah, I definitely started this with a goal in mind. And if I hit that goal, amazing, dream come true. If not, it's okay. I still enjoy what I'm doing and I'll find my way somewhere else. But my goal right now is to get signed to some labels. I have a couple in mind. I haven't submitted anything yet because similarly to why I didn't submit to you guys initially was because I'm constantly like, no, this can be better. I'm not there yet. I'm not at that level, you know, which I need to get over that a little bit. But um, I want it to be perfect because I want that. So I need to uh, really focus and get to that level before I can go submitting something. I have three labels that I'm thinking about,
Okay.
and I have different ideas of how to get the foot in the door. Doesn't mean they're gonna work, you know, but it's what I'm gonna try. And in the
Gotta
meantime, I'm
try.
just trying to build up any sort of fan base that I can, and you know, and just keep putting stuff out and see what happens, you know, because if I can do the independent route, I mean, obviously that's ideal, I guess, you know, like you
Yeah.
be your own boss, you do what you want, you know, but there's something to be said about having that label support, I think, in my opinion. I know that they're not the greatest like promoters at times from what I hear. I don't know that for sure, but that's okay. So, you know, you do what you can in the meantime. I don't know.
Yeah.
That my goal is to get a couple tracks signed, I guess. You know, collab with some people on those labels and try to develop a relationship, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
awesome, man. That's
Awesome.
Yeah.
awesome. And it's, dude, I think it's important to have a goal in mind so we know where we're working towards, you know? Because a lot
Yeah.
of times I can come in here and it can be a tunnel. It can just be a tunnel. I don't know where I'm going with the music. I can just be lost in it. I can get down on myself. I can just get into this place. But as long as I know I got a goal, a place I'm trying to get to, and if I just keep chunking at it every day to just level up and to get there, that makes me feel like so much better than just
Mhm.
going
Yeah.
into the void, you know?
Yeah.
It's the motivation, you know,
Yeah.
that,
Exactly.
you know, you know, because a big part of it is I love the music. Like I love making music. I would be making music regardless. But I was like, what what can I do that I have potential to do something with. You know what I mean? And so I gave this a shot, and I think I'm getting good at it. You know, I have a long way to go, in my opinion, but I obviously have a knack for it. So I'm just gonna stick with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Fuck yeah,
And
Hell
dude.
yes. Yes.
yeah, just be patient with myself. That I struggle with that too, being patient. I want everything right now. So
You know, instant gratification, man. We're all searching for
Yeah,
that.
and Lord
right,
Nikon says celebrate the incremental achievements along the way
Away.
and love that journey.
exactly.
Yo,
It's
that's
not
the
the
way,
journey.
man.
It's not the destination. It's the
It's the
journey.
journey.
Yeah.
You know what
Yo,
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do.
for real.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Do you want to
You want to take us in the
you
DAW
want
and
to take us in the
show us
DAW?
your process, man?
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. I gotta minimize this, and let me open it up, and then I'll share my screen, I guess.
I'm excited we
Um.
get to see this. This is cool.
Yeah, man,
This
this
is
is really
cool.
cool. We get to go behind the scenes for the first time,
I
you know,
know.
and get to see the creation of something, the spark of something, you know.
So,
Oh
can
wow,
you
there
guys
we
see my
are.
screen?
Yeah,
You see the doll?
yes, we
Yep.
do.
Yep.
Okay. So, one thing I learned was you have to be kind of.
Evie,
Oh
So,
my
I
God,
have.
we
we
just
just
got
got
raided
9
by 9
raiders.
people. What up, Raiders? Welcome to the
Raiders,
party, yo.
Oh, we
welcome.
got
You
the
We're here
raid
came
in
with
the
just in
yours
house.
truly,
time.
man. A dope
Right on.
ass electronic music artist who's here taking us into the DAW, showing us his process, his behind the scenes, how he
Yes.
creates his songs. So thank you for being here.
Thank you
Welcome.
guys.
Let's
Thank you,
get down. Let's
Raiders.
dance. Let's support our man here. What's
Yes.
going on, brother? Take us into this.
All right. So I kind of like started a couple tracks, just to have like some sort of foundation. I think this
Okay.
is the one that I'm gonna go with. Um, so Serum's the first thing that pops up because I made the bass sound. Um,
Okay.
Oh, that's a cool sound.
yeah, it's I like
Rated. What up?
PWM, sync modulation on it. It's got like a more plucky envelope, but still sustained enough to kind of give it like that meat, I guess. I got a low pass filter with a cutoff, you know.
I love
Going to
that
the
sound.
effects, I got distortion. I went with diode. I mean, really, there's like, I just flick through them and see what sounds good. Mess with the drive and the mix a little bit. Compressor. With I always do the multi-band. It's like I guess like a OTT if you're
You
an
get that
Ableton person. That's what
OTT.
everyone says.
That
Anyway,
OTT.
yeah, over the top compression, whatever. It's like just because without it, then I don't know if you can hear the difference, but it just
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like beeps it up a little bit.
Give it that
Um,
bounce.
I got another filter because without it, I heard like too much like bullshit in the high end that I didn't like. You know what I mean? It just kind of
Yeah.
like it tames it just a little bit more. I EQ'd this specific. I used my ears on this one. Shocker, I
Oh my
know, but
God.
I found this frequency right here, and I just added a little Q because I really liked the tone it gave. So I'll just mess with the gain, take it away, so you can hear it. Like it's somewhere around there. Flanger just kind of gives it a little bit of spice. I pulled the mix down on it, but without it.
Emerald Bam.
Again, it's subtle. Like I find with sound design and EDM in general, it's all about the devil's in the details. So like the little things that you do add up to the final product. And then
100%.
Yes.
yeah,
100%. And that's that goes with layering and with anything with sound design with anything with this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Subtleties sometimes
So then
speak out to you more than lead lines. At least for me, to in songs, like that's what I love about your stuff. You have so much of these subtleties that like I'll gravitate towards that. I'll be like, oh, what was that? Whoa, and then it comes back into the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I love that. That little ear
yeah,
candy.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think about that when I'm like producing tracks. I think about the weird little like I'll use like atmosphere sounds of like people at a park. The new song that you guys are gonna play later, I used a sample of people at a park, and there's like some dad in the background like, hey, wait. And then like I like EQ'd like that sample, and I like just fucked with it in the DAW to where it's like and or whatever, and it just
Yes.
adds like this it adds this like element that I don't know that wouldn't be there. Anyway, so I finish it up with reverb, and then so my process typically is the bass first. I always come up
Okay.
with like a melody or something that catches my ear because I'm definitely a melody centered individual when it comes to music, especially with EDM and stuff like that. I feel as though like the drums I can add later, and I'll do little nuances to the drums, but
Okay.
it's almost more like a composing process. Like I need to hear the groove first before I
Hmm.
commit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so
Well, that's where you
like
get your
To
vibe
know what,
from.
yeah, know
That's
what
where
kind
you
of
get
feel
your
you
vibe
have.
from. If we go back to what
exactly.
we were talking about before, the song's all sparking from the vibe. That's what gives you your vibe.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and play you. I laid out a kick here,
Okay.
a snare, slash clap, whatever, and then the bass line. And this is what I got. Did I lose you guys?
Yeah, we're back on you.
We're back on you.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let me try this one more time.
No, it's okay, man.
You're all good.
It's okay, man.
And we're back in the
All
dog.
right, we're back in the dog. Ooh.
Welcome back, Presta Digi.
Welcome back, brother.
So
That's
that
cool.
literally is just the foundation. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
And that's typically what I'll start out with. I don't even have a hi hat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so from here, what I would start doing is you can see. Let me move my channel rack over. In FL, you have this channel rack, and this is where your sounds live when
Yeah,
you
this is
put them in the
crazy right
DAW.
now.
So
Mhm.
these here, you can see I have these cashmere samples,
Okay. Yeah,
kick.
this is the
I pitched the
crazy thing
kick
about
because it's
FL.
tuned to F. So I
Okay.
pitched it down one semitone to E,
Nice.
um, because I wrote this again in E. And a lot of times I'll start out writing in E, and it'll morph into some weird like mode of E, and it's like
Okay.
whatever the G mode is of E. I
Yeah.
think Aeolian, maybe, or I don't know what it is. I'm not that great with the modes, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
So um, so then here's the clap, little clap sound, another cashmere sample, another a layered clap, and then the bass is serum. So this here is where you'll run them to the tracks. Let me delete this sampler. I don't need that. That's just like a stock thing. So I'll run the bass to my first track, and I'll label it bass. And I don't typically do this, but just because I'm doing this live, I will. I'll color it.
This is what they say you're supposed to do.
Color coat.
Yeah, whatever. Like blue is bass. I mean, I know where my shit is. It's like having a messy desk. You know exactly where your pen is.
It's
So yeah,
true.
so then the clap and the snare, I'll run them both to the same bus.
Okay.
Uh, that is one step in like kind of gluing them. Or wait, hold on. That's the kick. There we go. Um, so yeah, so then I have those ran, and then let's see, the kick I'll put on 3. So let me just make it pink. Why not? I don't know.
Wow, yeah, seeing this is so
It's so
different.
different, isn't it?
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so I
it's a
mean,
totally different world.
it takes time. It's tedious. It is. I'll be honest. That's why I don't typically color them. But anyways,
So then from here, I'll start my gain staging. So I'll play the track again, and I'll kind of just let it run, and I'll observe my levels, and I'll look at my master and what it's peaking at. This here
Okay.
is giving you a bigger view of whatever bus you have highlighted,
Okay.
essentially, right? So the kick is kind of or the kick is hitting kind of hot. So that's kind of where I like my kick typically. I might move it down or up from there, but I mean that's pretty good because you want the kick in this style of music to be like your key element, unless you want sub to be that, which
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
you kind
Yeah.
of have to pick. But I like a hard kick, so you know.
That's what speaks to me, man.
Yeah.
It's that. Ooh.
It makes you want to dance.
All right, so I hit the snare right around 10 dB. That's kind of it matches the kick well audibly, and it's not too hot. So then we'll do the bass. So I like the bass typically like right below the kick. Like the kick and the bass need to be like the biggest in the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so from here, what I would start doing is like a little bit of EQ, um, just to cut and make room for like a sub potentially.
Okay.
So I'll go into here, I'll grab this like parametric, and I have this on the bass. So what I'll do is I'm not a subscriber of the idea that you have to like cookie cut every like instrument
Yeah.
like to a specific frequency.
Yeah.
But with sub end, with the sub, the low end, I do cut it, and then I will like do some cuts to make shit fit. But for the most part, you're always gonna have that like bleeding, and in my opinion, you want that. Like it glues the track without it.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it sounds too compartmentalized.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We lost sound.
You lost sound
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. We got you, but not the track.
Yeah, it's like sometimes when you switch back and forth, it just resets it.
Yeah. Sometimes,
I think I fixed it.
There we go.
So I know that my this is going to be my mid bass, but I want it to have this like bass level a little bit, and I know my kick's going to hit somewhere around 82 because it's tuned to the note of E,
Okay.
and so I know the sub is going to hit at 82 frequencies. It's like 82 hertz. I
hertz.
mean, it's like 82.4 or something like that. So I just make room for that, and then the sub obviously is going to live in this area. So
Okay. Yeah, it tightens it up real nice.
Yeah. it does.
and I'll just leave it like that for now. I'm not gonna go like doing too much because you can fuck it up before you even get started.
Oh, I can over EQ real quick.
Yeah, so I've literally just cut out the sub, kind of boost that bass level, and then move on to the sub. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the sub, and then I'll maybe mess with the kick and the snare, add a hi-hat, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, Presta Digi says that he agrees with you about compartmentalizing, because if you do it too much, then everything just sounds thin. You think you want
Yeah.
everything to be separate, but then
Yes.
they just sit on top of each other. They don't fill each other out.
Yes.
Right. Like, I mean, too much of it and you get masking, but you have to have some level of it. It's all about balance because your bass sound, that mid bass I just made, and then the sub that I'm about to create will overlap, and that's what gives you that bass sound. It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay. So I'll go with
just a sine wave, you know what I'm saying? Maybe pitch it down one or two. I'm gonna pitch it down two. You could always change it later. I'll throw a filter on it, cut out the highs, like kind of like I said, you want that bleeding effect. So your low mid range is kind of in here. Maybe a little boost, little drive, because we're hitting kind of low on the master here.
Okay.
Maybe a little drive boost, but what I'm really gonna where I'm gonna really get
That's where the
like the
distortion's
audible
gonna-
sound
yeah.
is your distortion exactly, and you don't want to go
Absolutely.
crazy with it, you know.
Yeah, because you could easily overdo it real quick.
Tube's pretty good usually. Sine shaper, of course. Something like that. Maybe compress it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, something like that. And if you really want to go crazy, I don't really do this. Usually I have, but I don't know. I'm still, like I said, I still am learning about the sub, so I experiment. I've tried adding a second oscillator. Um,
Nice.
to like really beef it up.
Beef it up.
But it almost has to like match because it can get muddy quick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you got to be careful. For now, I'm just gonna leave it off. And then so what I'll do is I'll take this serum here, and I'll run it to a new channel, and I'll make this my sub. Oh, I'm not even gonna color it. See, I never
Leave it
color.
gray.
I'm just
You're good.
Sub is
such
gray.
such a bad habit. All right, so then what I'll do is I'll copy my bass. So I click my bass. It's highlighting this track here. If I click it
Okay.
here, and I'll see my notes down here. So
Okay.
I'll copy them, click back over to the sub,
Okay.
paste it on my sub, and then I'll
Nice.
lay it out
nice.
here.
Nice.
Smart.
See what I'm saying? So then
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds good layer together.
yeah, and I'll go back and EQ this sub too to fit even better with the bass. But I got to do that with each because I have a couple of different what you call it. Actually, I'm gonna copy this, make it unique, so it adds a second one, and then I'll paste it. So this way, I'm not deleting what I did over here, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Or yeah. I think I messed up anyway, but that's all right. We'll keep going for now.
You're all good.
Um, yeah, click that. Yeah, copy this. Make it unique again.
Make it unique, son.
Paste it, and then repeat. And then from here, I'll play it out, and I'll EQ the sub. So really, all I'm trying to do right now is just take out this mid. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it like overtake because we're gonna have other elements happening. So
Absolutely.
what I might do at this point is like just kind of slightly take away from that 82 hertz, just to make a little bit of room for the kick.
Okay.
So just kind of like a slight dip. Something like that. And then
Yeah.
typically what you can do from here is your like side chain. For side chaining on things like this kick pattern, and obviously
Okay.
we're not going to finish this track, so I'm trying to hit like certain things.
Yeah, man.
So this kick pattern here that I have, it's not your typical house like 4 on the floor where you know the kick is coming on every beat.
Absolutely.
I have these like off pattern kick hits. So to side chain something like that, there's a process to it. So what you'll do is you'll take your sub down here in your mix bus or whatever, and you'll split the frequency like literally into three parts. So I'll put it like down here at the bottom of my plug-in chain, and I just gotta find it. Where is it? Frequency splitter. Okay. So here you have your three bands. Typical. I'm sure most of us have seen this. So what you want to do is you want to route, because the sound is coming through this channel right here. So you want to route this. So you'll route it to three other tracks. You'll name them. You got sub low, you got sub mid, and then you got sub high, right? And you want to make sure you take off the route to the master chain here. Another thing that I'll do at this point is I do like two bus mixing. So I'll do like a mix bus, and then I'll actually move this to all the way to it's the first thing that these sounds
Yeah.
will hit before the
Yeah.
master.
Nice.
So I'll route all these real quick.
So you can do your final mix before it hits the master chain.
Exactly. Now I won't route the sub to anything because they're running to these three like auxiliary tracks, I guess you would call them, like FL's version of it. I don't know. And then, like I said, I will unroute everything from the master here, and then I'll just route this mix bus to the master.
Nice.
Okay, so now that we have our sub ran to these three channels, that's where this frequency splitter now comes into play. So these are your bands here, your knobs for your bands. If you move them, you get like up and down. I'll run my sub, my low, my sub, low, mid, and high through these 1, 2, and 3. That's these three tracks, and then from here, I'll run it right to where the meat of my kick is going to hit. And I'll make sure the slope is as steep as possible.
That's a really fucking neat trick.
So you know that the sub kick is going to be here. Your kick's going to have a bunch of higher frequencies. That's where you get that click, that top kick sound. That you got to EQ later. But for now, this is like my side chain for this front section of the song. So then from here, what I'll do is I will go to the kick here, and I will side chain it to this mid, side chain to this track.
Okay.
And then from here, I will throw on a Fruity limiter, stock plugin. Fruity limiter, go to compressor. You have this side chain box.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hit your
Side chain to
kick.
the kick.
Okay,
Drop
there
your
we go.
threshold to barely anything. Punch up your ratio to basically infinity. And there you go, you have your side chain. The knee just kind of like will affect like how hard you want that sub to duck. So
okay.
I'll play it, and I'll mess with
you
this
gotta
knee
feel it
knob, and
out.
you can hear it.
Oh, it's like it takes a
Yeah.
minute. Okay, there you go.
We're
The sub's
muted
coming
again.
in really hot.
Yeah,
and
we're muted again, brother.
Yeah, we don't hear the song.
I don't know why it keeps doing that, but
It's
I know
okay.
It's all good.
You add a new plugin, it might just get a little wacky. It
Yeah,
happens from
might
time
be,
to time.
Yeah,
We're
I don't know
still
why
here,
it keeps
that's what
doing that,
matters.
but I know that I figured out a fix. So first, before I do that, I actually forgot. What I need to do is I need to level out these three, because you're basically like you got three subs going on, four subs essentially. So what you need to do is you kind of need to EQ them appropriately. So my sub low, I'm basically going to like do a low pass and just like
Okay.
cut out everything that's not the low, like the low. Basically I split the frequency from like 50 to 100. So I want it to be somewhere around here ish, and it's gonna be quiet. Same thing with your mid. You want to kind of like maybe drop that. Boost your mids a little bit there, and then I'll kind of duck these
the
or
rest.
whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There's better ways to do it, but I'm just kind of being quick. and then kind of try to finagle it a little bit to.
It's more conceptual than actual.
Yeah, this is way more conceptual than actual because I'm being
Yeah, it's
quick.
awesome
But
though, man.
It is really cool. When it's interesting seeing this process in a completely different DAW. Like
Yeah,
from like
it's very interesting.
yeah.
It's a totally different workflow, but it's fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Oh my god, you hear how that tightens it up?
so you can kind of hear how it already evened the sub out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yep, yep.
It's not as hot, and then so what you can do from here is mix your actual faders. Something like that. And then so you already have your sidechain happening here with this frequency splitter and the limiter. But what I can do
Nice.
to add even more like a traditional like house sidechain or like that breathing effect, you can do it with I have what is it? Nicky Romero's where is it? I don't know. I can't even find it. It's not even like I have a whole lot of plugins either. I'm looking for LFO tool. Here's the main one I use, and then
Oh, there you go.
Kickstart right above it. So Kickstart's your typical like kind of.
Oh, nice. Helps you just shoot.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So it's just cutting out like a portion of the hit essentially.
Yeah.
But I like to kind of customize it. So I got this LFO tool.
All right.
Oh. That's like a little bit of the crunch back a little bit.
I like something like that. It just kind of gives it more of a customized bounce effect, really.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely, dude.
you're kind of like double side chaining with the LFO tool and then using the frequency splitter and then your limiter on that mid range sub where the kick is hitting,
Yeah.
and you can kind of like from there you can kind of push your sub like pretty high. Um, you can overdo it, but you know I've found that like this is a good method. Um,
Nice.
yeah.
That's
So
really
then from
cool.
here I would probably add like a hi hat. How much time do we have?
We're good, man. We still got like
We're good.
another like 20, 30 minutes or so.
Okay. All
We're
right.
still good.
So yeah, so then what I'll do is I'll like move this down. I'll start a new playlist clip. I'll call it hi-hat. And then I'll just pop it in here. And then I'll come over here and I'll look for my samples. Now, to show everybody where I kind of use my samples, I use Splice. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. But
Yep.
you know sometimes I'll search for splice but sounds, but sake of time, like I said, I use Cashmere like a lot. I really like Cashmere for like the
Bro, you
kick
go to
sounds.
what you like, man. I mean, my 909 is my go-to for drums, man.
Mhm.
Right, yeah, for sure. I'm fond of these dirty closed hi-hats and the vinyl and the wides. I don't
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll use the cleans. Like in my new song that we'll hear later, I actually did use one of these cleans. But yeah, for this kind of stuff I like the dirties typically.
Yeah, it goes with that feel that you're setting with the bass.
Yeah, something like this one right here. So I'll drag this over like to my channel rack, kind of with the other drum sounds. I'll run a bus here, run it to that bus, which is channel 9 or whatever. Um,
Oh,
and
thanks,
then I'll
custody dude.
come back into here, open this.
Oh, dude, thank you so much, Kai. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome to the
you.
tribe. Thank you
Oh,
so
did
much.
we get a new
What's
subscriber?
up?
Yeah, we got a gift
We
sub
got a
out in the
gift sub.
chat.
Thank you, Kai Bry.
Thank you so
Thank
much, man.
you.
Excellent. I love that. Support what you like, or it goes away.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, everything goes to making this show better and bringing you guys more cool artists and more cool content Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
man.
Thank you. It means a lot.
So for here, I'm gonna do like your standard house offbeat hi hat. I literally, yes, I do draw everything in. I
My man. I got
I
a
draw
lot of
it all
respect
in.
for you, bro.
Yep.
That's why
So
we
then I'll
got the
do that.
hardware since we were like, that's hard.
I need my knobs. I need my buttons.
Right, right. So I kind of have like two sections. Like each one of these like 8 bar sections could be an entire section of a song. This could be
Absolutely.
like the verse, and this could be like a drop. This could just be an intro, even, or like an intro into a verse. That's kind of probably what I'll do is
Okay.
like let this be the verse. So I'll go ahead and make some hi-hats here as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, make it unique, open it up. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to kind of like mess around with these notes to try to get a better vibe for the kick pattern, because
Okay.
this section isn't quite as housey.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like where it's going. Give it that bounce.
So then like a cool trick you can do for like that like trap sound in FL, you can highlight this and hit
Okay.
Alt U, and it'll bring up this chopper, and you can kind of like affect how quick you want the chops to be.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So that's like kind of where I like it usually.
Hotkeys.
Okay, yep.
And then so all these chops are one note, so you
Yeah.
can
Sing
accept this,
one
and
shots.
you can pitch it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe something
Okay.
like this, and then we'll let's just see how it sounds.
Yeah.
And I don't really like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it works, I guess, but I might like actually delete this and kind of split it up maybe. And
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
There we
cool.
go.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
And like I said before, with EDM, I like to build it up. So every 4 to 8 bars, I want to introduce something. So I'm going to leave the first 4 bars open, and then I'll let that hi
Absolutely.
hat kick. You know what I'm saying? And it'll work with this fast pattern at the end, because the snare is also kind of building up. It's almost like a mini build up. So
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yo.
Yes.
right, so it just kind of works.
Hell yeah. Gives you that nice little fill action.
Midnight
Yeah,
Void in the
exactly.
chat said that the bass melody reminds them of Death Stars by the Covenant.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I don't know that. I never
I
heard
don't know
that
that
song.
either.
I don't either. We're
We'll
gonna have
have
to check
to
that
find
out
it.
afterwards.
We'll have to find it. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're still in here, throw that up in the Discord for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'll
'Cause
definitely
we
listen
want
to
to see
that.
that. Yeah.
So what I got to do still here is gain stage my hi-hat. So I ran it to a channel, which is highlighted. So you'll see the levels pop up over here. I kind of like that.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's
I
good.
like the vibe you got going.
Yeah. So thank you. And best advice: save frequently. So Control
Oh
S.
my God, yes.
Yeah, Control
Yes.
S on that. And from here, this is where it can go really anywhere. Because what I can do is I can like split this up. Here's just like a little trick that I do sometimes.
Oh.
Oh, we lost you.
Oh no, dude, we lost you.
Oh no. I think we lost the connection. I think something that
No,
he
I think
did.
our Xbox died.
Oh.
Something he did just killed our Xbox.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh
sorry
no, I
guys,
think we
hang
lost
on.
the feed, you guys. We're
Hang on.
gonna
No, something in the dog crashed our call here.
No, that would have been crazy if that was on purpose. That like that like
Yeah, hang on.
glitched
Let me
out
let him know that
vocal.
we're gonna call him right back.
Yeah, we're gonna call him right back. No, yeah, it was the disappearing trick. That's the next part of his song process. Tricks are for whores, Michael. All right, so he's
So I
trying
just
to
let him
call
know.
back.
I just let him know what's going on.
All right, so we're gonna get him back, you guys. Sorry
Yeah,
about
sorry
that.
about that, guys. Oh, actually, hang on 1 second here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to switch screens
No,
so we
I'm
can.
gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch screens real quick.
All right, so we can get signed back in.
Yeah, if anybody's got any questions.
Yeah, anybody with questions, throw them up in the chat now, and we'll take some questions.
Yeah, and then we're gonna premiere his new song. Let him know that we're gonna call him right back.
All right, gonna call you. All right, so we're gonna get him back here, y'all. But this is really cool, though. Are you guys enjoying this? Let us know, if you guys are enjoying this, and this is informative for you guys, because this is like a whole new process for me.
Yeah, it's so cool to go behind
It's
the
really
scenes like
cool.
this. And this
just
is
to
really what
see-
we want to do on this channel, promote new ways of creating things and getting behind everybody's process.
All right. Oh, thanks, Lord Nikon. I'm happy you're enjoying it. I'm glad. I know there's like some some people that like to nerd out over this stuff, and even if if it's something that's not what you do, if you don't create music, hopefully it at least helps paint a picture for what it's like behind the scenes and what goes into the process. Because until you actually see this stuff, you can hear a song, but you don't really know everything that went into it. So it's pretty cool. All right, so we're trying to get him back here. Exactly,
sorry.
LV.
Hey man, hang on 1 second, brother. Just gotta get our camera on here.
No worries, man. I thought it was on my end at first. I'm all like,
Yeah, I actually hang on 1 second, man. I'm gonna have to end this. And oh wait, no, we're here. Are you there?
yeah.
I got a black screen for you.
Oh, black screen, really?
Yeah.
I can see myself. I mean, I'm gonna be sharing my screen again anyway.
Here, try to do it real quick.
Try to do that.
Nothing's coming through. Here, do you want to call us real quick?
Yeah, you call us.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
So Lord Nikon's an Ableton head.
So are we.
Yes.
We're big Ableton junkies.
We really like Ableton a lot. Ableton is really cool. So yeah, seeing this is like, oh my god, it's like a
what the hell
totally different
happened?
language. Video. Alright.
Hello.
Can you see me now?
No.
No.
I can't see you either.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're on a completely
Yeah.
black screen. Hang on. All right.
Well, I can see you now. Can you see me?
No, it's
No.
showing that you don't have video.
Hold on. Let me see. Audio, video, camera.
Yeah, there's definitely some parallels to the two that you notice, but like at least if you have some basis of working in a DAW, but oh my god, I think I was using Fruity
You still
Loops
can't
when
see
I was,
me,
like,
can
in
you?
high school.
No.
No, still no video.
All right. Well, can you see my screen?
No screen, no.
No screen.
No. Huh. Well, that stinks. I don't know. Let me see.
Well, at
Well,
the very
yeah.
worst, if we can't get the screen back up, because we do still have you here.
Yeah, exactly. We
We
still
can
have you
try
here
to get
with
some
us, man.
questions in, and we can
We can premiere
the
your
new
new
track.
song and
Yeah.
You know. So thanks for coming back, man. So
Yeah.
sorry about
I
that.
know. I
Sorry
don't
to
know what's
everybody
going on.
that's in
Sorry,
the chat.
guys.
This is our first time trying to double share something like this. So it could, there's a
Yeah,
lot
just
of
so
stuff to work out
seriously.
with this, but thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Um,
seriously, thank you guys. And he has spoken.
Like I said, I wasn't gonna be able to finish this track. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I start a song, and essentially, that's how I start a song. So from there, before you guys crashed out, what I was gonna say is I would take those two because there's two clear sections that I have going on, two 8 bar sections.
Mhm.
So to kind of start to like create a actual song, I'll separate those maybe by like 1 bar. Add a fill, like so, like you have your build up. I'll add more atmospheric sounds like risers, white noise risers, or
Mhm.
whatever. Like build up that energy, and then you have that 1 bar break where you can add like fill drums or a sound effect, a vocal sample, anything, just to kind of like bridge that gap, and then
Mhm.
boom, you get hit with the drop.
There you Oh, that.
yeah.
Oh, and you're so good at that.
Hell
You
yeah,
are
dude.
so good at that drop.
And that evolution, man, that
It's always
ride.
so good. Well, yeah. If you guys, if you have any questions,
Yeah, so the
for yours
chat questions are
truly,
now open, guys.
they are
Let's get
open
them in.
now. We'll get some questions in, and then we will debut his new track for you guys. I know I'm excited about it. Um, people are saying the audio.
I got it.
Is it good? Okay, we're
I
good.
actually went and got the chat pulled up on Twitch, so I'm reading it
Awesome.
as well. If you guys want to
Okay,
ask
guys. Yeah,
questions,
Awesome.
there we
I'll see
go.
Awesome.
them.
We got our
So
man
yeah, I think we
reading.
had yeah, while you guys are, if you have any questions that you're thinking of or anything, or while you're getting those in the chat, I think we did have another one from the Discord. So this is from Capricious Nature. Why do you switch up genres instead of focusing on only one?
I focus on a couple. Um,
Okay.
I wouldn't say I focus on one genre just because I do more future bass and future house, but this new song, you guys will be surprised, it's kind of like a EDM rap song.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
I just
exciting.
do what I feel in the moment. Sometimes like that future bass sound, like Do I Know You and like Good Love, those songs are more of that like emotion, like just like wave, like an emotional wave of sound. Whereas the house tracks that I do, that's more like when I'm in a fun mood and I want to do something to dance and have fun and party and
Yeah.
like
Yes, yes. Oh,
Nice.
I
so.
can hear the puppa squeaking. Aw. Puppa.
Oh yeah, Vito, he found his toy.
Good
He's being
Don.
so good. I'm really proud of him.
Hell yeah.
I
And
saw LV380 asked a question.
oh, here we go.
What's the best way to learn how to sidechain? How did you learn? My man, I learned it on YouTube, brother. Like literally, I'm a YouTube scholar right here, man. Like I found that every video I watched, like some of the best advice I got, not just FL Studio guys, but in other DAWs as well, is you want to split that frequency. Split it into your 3 bands. Find like a frequency chart where the notes hit in the sub range and tune your kick drum to whatever note that your track is in, like the key. So if you're writing a song in G, you want your kick
Smart.
to be hitting at G, or you could do like the fifth, so you would do it at B, but whatever note it's at, you want to find that frequency range and then EQ your bass and your sub according to that EQ, and then split your frequency like I did. And it doesn't matter if you're in Ableton. I'm sure there's a way to do it in that or whatever other DAW. Everyone I've watched on YouTube, the people who kind of seem to know what they're talking about, that's the advice they give. So that's what I started doing.
It's
All right,
awesome,
good
man.
shit, good
It's
shit. Yeah,
awesome.
Capricious says literally how he learned almost all of his current programming in Photoshop, After Effects is YouTube Academy.
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
is a godsend.
YTU.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for the question, LV380.
Yeah.
That was,
Thank you.
yeah, that was a
Glad
good
I could help,
question.
because I'm, like I said, like I can't stress this enough. I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I'm very new at this, and I'm just flying by the seat of my pants and learning as I go. So, I've learned from this stream.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Dude,
So
hell yeah.
Yeah, we learn every week, man. The more these artists keep submitting, the more, we get to do stuff like this. I keep growing.
Absolutely. And we have another one from Helsinki from the Discord. Do you have any interest in collaborating in the future? And given the choice, who would it be with?
Well, I have an idea of who I would like to collaborate in the future. I can't say who it is because they don't know that I want to collaborate with them. But
They don't know
but
this collab is
They do
happening.
not know.
yeah, they are not aware that the collab is going down, but yeah, like I have interacted with them on social media, so it's not like a
That's
dead
cool.
lead or anything. It's
Okay.
just I'm still in the process of trying to build that relationship, and
Absolutely.
this is someone who is up and coming as well, but has a track signed to Future House Music,
Okay.
the label. They started out like you guys actually. They started out as a YouTube channel, streaming music and stuff like that, and they developed into a music label, and now they're
That's
based out
awesome,
of
man.
I want to say Amsterdam, I believe, but definitely in Europe, and they've grown quite big. So
Hell
this guy,
yeah.
this cat, just got signed to them a few months ago. He had a song released under that umbrella. So I've been trying to reach out to him.
That's awesome.
awesome,
Well, good
man.
luck, dude.
Thank you.
All the
I'm
best
gonna
luck.
need
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully, when we'll hear the name when it's happened.
Exactly.
You'll just be like, all right, it happened. Here it is.
Yes, yes. I don't want to like throw it out there and he jinx it in some way or whatever.
Oh, so I gotta throw up a new link for our Discord. That is my bad, you guys. So with our little mini breach
Our
this
hack.
weekend, yeah, I disabled all current links and I did not update them in our Streamlabs, and I'm so sorry about that, you guys. But I'm gonna get that back up in here for you. So yeah. So in the meantime, while I get that up there for the chat.
Alrighty. Yeah, man. So yeah, let's get into this new song, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you wanna
and
give a
I'm
little
reading the
intro
chat.
before we
I
get
see,
into it?
Capricious said the real truth of life. Nobody knows what they're doing. Don't sweat it, bro. Nike was onto something when they said just do it.
Yo.
Like you're
It's true.
100% right with that. I agree.
Amen.
Absolutely. There you go, Midnight Void. There's the link for the Discord. I apologize for that. And I'll
New
make sure I
link.
update it on all of the other stuff. We just had to make sure more trolls weren't seeping in. So.
Yeah, welcome to the
Alright.
tribe. So
All
yeah, man,
right.
do you want to give us a little intro about this song? Anyone else, do you want to say anything?
Sure. This song's pretty personal to me. I'll just say it's a true story. Essentially. Yeah, it's written about the girl I've been seeing, Stephanie. She was in the chat earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but essentially she was the main inspiration for the vocals. I started the track inspired by your stream because I heard all this like chill like synthwave stuff, and
Yes.
I like sat down and really tried to make that. I swear to God, guys, I tried to make synthwave, and it just turned into an EDM hip hop rap song.
That's so
But
cool.
I really dig it. I mean, it's unique. I think it's hard to place it. I think it's a rap song.
That's awesome.
That's
But there's
awesome,
your
man.
swagger slipping in. You're trying to make chill wave, and the swagger slips in, and that's what
I
happens.
guess I guess it just drips. I don't know. It
just
drips off me. I
drips.
can't help it. It you know. It's
drip.
called
Oh, Steph
Steph's
is
here.
here.
Cool. I'm glad you saw that, Stephanie.
Aw.
Yeah.
So
What's up, girl?
So yeah, what's the name of this track, man?
Thank you for, I just lost my train of thought.
You
It's
good,
called
brother?
Unbound. And I'm going to release it probably within the next week or so. I'm gonna post it publicly to SoundCloud either
Okay.
tonight after the stream or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. And and I'm gonna upload it through DistroKid, so that won't be live for probably like another week or two. So you guys are hearing
Alright.
it first.
Well, hey y'all,
Yes.
that's what's up, man. This is an exclusive first time, first drop. Let's get into it. This is Unbound by yours truly.
And it's feeling like a come up, but I'm fucked up. And I'm push it to the limit. They'll never say it's finished. And it's feeling like a come up, but I'm fucked up, and I'm losing you. I don't know when I come down, I'm feeling unbound. I think I'm missing you. Any day, I'll see you, babe. But first, you know I gotta make my way. Never change, I'll be the same. Let's make this moment last a day. I never knew if I could be with you. I became a little distant, but you stayed true, and that's facts. A pact, it happens so fast. You attack, we fight, but that won't last. At night, I light a little something up. I smoke and choke. I think I've had enough. It's been tough, but at the end of the day, I call you up with only one thing to say. And it's feeling like a come up, but I'm fucked up, and I'm losing you. I don't know when I come down, I'm feeling unbound. I think I'm missing you. Any day, I'll see you, babe. But first, you know I gotta make my way. Never change, I'll be the same. Let's make this moment last a day. And it's feeling like a come up, but I'm fucked up, and I'm losing you.
Vocal
What? Oh my god, dude.
Oh, there's the synth wave. Yo, that was awesome.
Bro.
Oh my god,
Bruh.
that's so great that you could totally hear that it started out with the chill wave. Like it was right there in the
Bruh.
beginning, and then just like bam, like you just came right in with that shit.
Bruh. Yo,
It
oh
morphed.
man,
It
with
totally
these
That was
morphed.
catchy
cool.
hooks, dude.
That was cool.
Yo, that's another banger, dude. That was
That was
incredible,
cool.
bro.
Thank you.
Fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Carol from
tried. I
HR,
really tried to
fire.
make like chill wave, synth wave. Like you can hear it in the lead sounds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I designed those lead sounds like trying to like almost emulate a piano, but like be a little more
Okay.
ethereal, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then the bass, once I started the bass sound, that's when everything kind of changed because it was like that it's that more like like it like starts
Yep.
off deep and then it goes into that like high mid range like wah 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 like wub sound.
Yeah, dude. That I love that when that shit hit,
Um
man.
Midnight Void says
yeah,
we
so I
just
just rode with
discovered
that.
Fire Wave.
Fire wave. Yeah, somebody
Oh,
said, "Got
thank you,
come on, baby,
Capricious.
take a
That's an
ride with
amazing
me." It does have
compliment.
that
Thank you.
that flow to it, dude. It does. It's got that. Well, it's got that catchy hook that just gets in your
Yes.
fucking head, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
was
that's really
fun.
cool, man. It's such a personal track like that, dude.
Yeah, I like the
Thank you
lyrics
so
in
much
that.
for premiering this here with us, dude.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Yeah.
so cool.
Thank
That was
thank you
so
for
cool.
letting me on the show. You know, I'm surprised I even won the contest for real.
Yo,
Dude,
that
it's
shit
well
was
deserved,
close.
bro.
It
Well
was
deserved. Your
so
your
well
your your stuff
deserved.
speaks for itself,
Yes,
man.
yes. And every time you submit something to us, it's like we don't know what kind of energy it's going to be, but it's going to be high energy and it's going to be fun. So it's always so exciting
100%.
when I know
Oh,
that
that's
we're going
awesome.
to hear something new from you because I'm like, ooh, what kind of like fun vibe is this going to be
Yeah.
this time?
Yeah,
It's so
what we're gonna
cool.
get next.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. I
Well,
love that you change it up.
I will say you guys got a sneak peek on what you're gonna get next tonight before the Xbox crashed out. That song that I started, I intend on finishing that one. That's not one that's
Alright.
going to the junk heap.
Yes.
All right, I
So
love
you guys
it.
got to see that first.
You guys got to see the
start of
behind the
this
scenes. So
track.
everybody in this stream,
Everybody
yo,
here.
keep that in memory because you will be seeing this soon.
That's cool. That's so
We
cool.
were all
Yeah.
part of this. That's what's up.
Yo, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Thank you for showing us your process and just thank you for just being awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Thanks
thank
for
you
always
guys for
supporting,
being
dude.
awesome and giving all of us a platform to do this on. It really means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to a lot of the guys in the chat. And you know, this is a great community. I love you guys. I really do.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
love
we
you
love
too,
you,
bro.
dude.
Love you too, bro.
We love you and we love all you guys. Yeah, all you guys just all this is just so cool. Like,
Absolutely. I mean, like, dude, like we were talking about earlier, how you had James and everybody encouraging you, like when you were thinking about giving up and stuff. Like, dude, this we wouldn't be where we are without you encouraging me to start this in the beginning. So, thank you,
Yeah.
dude, and thanks for being
Yeah,
along for the
dude.
ride.
That's what homies do, bro. Like
Absolutely, bro.
I saw your idea and I just knew that you had a passion for it and I was like, dude, that's a great idea. Like it really is. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know like putting myself in your position, I'm like I couldn't do that. Like I don't know how you're going to do it, but like bro, do it. You know what I mean?
aw. Yo,
Thanks,
thank
man.
you.
Thanks, man.
I know this is like
This is the feel stream, man.
I know this is
This
the
is
feel
this was
stream.
a cool
It
one. Getting to
is.
hang
This
out
is
with the
so
homie,
cool.
man.
This is so
Getting to bring
cool.
it full circle.
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
What's
know?
yeah.
cool for me?
It's almost like I'm back home again.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of these days you'll be in one of these streams.
Yeah,
with
you'll
us,
be
God
out here
damn
in
it.
Outworld with us creating
God
some
damn
fucking
it.
sounds.
Oh, I can't wait. December.
Yes.
I should be in Jersey in December.
All
All right,
right.
man.
All right.
I'm gonna get you on one of
Yep,
these
and you
actual
said it
synths.
live. You said it live, so now you got to come here. Because now
Oh
all
yeah.
these people were
Oh yeah.
witnesses.
That's
They're
a
going to come to
that's a
Outworld.
fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah, so before you go today, is there any last piece of advice or anything that you want to say to any artists that are, trying to get their stuff out there, trying to get into this?
Yeah, join the club. I mean, like for real though, like I don't see myself as in a position to be giving advice. I just see myself as a dude who has a vision and a dream and I'm doing everything I can in my power to do that to the best of my ability.
Hell
And
Hell
yeah.
yes.
if I can like give any advice, it's just don't give up and just keep going, be patient with yourself and don't just like I used to have a bad habit of just like releasing tracks as soon as I made them.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this is done, it's great, and then I'd like post it publicly and I listen to it and I'm like this is ass. Why did I do that?
Dude, I've
So
been
like
there, done that.
yeah, man, be patient with yourself and your art. Be patient with your art.
Absolutely. Damn. That was good shit. That was a good answer.
Hell yeah.
Yo, thank you so much. This
Yeah,
has been
well,
amazing.
thanks again, Jared.
Thank you.
It's been so dope having you on the show, man. And can't wait to see what the next stuff you submit is gonna be.
Dude, it's been so dope being here talking with you guys and seeing the chat and feeling the love. So thank you.
There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love for you, dude. Everybody,
Hell
if you're
yeah,
not already
dude.
following yours truly, go follow him now. His links are right there in the chat.
Yeah, man. Go and add this stuff to your playlist, man.
Yes.
Bump this, support this man.
Yes.
Yo, you heard him. This is a full-time job, man. He's putting his heart and his soul into this. So every little bit of support helps. Every play helps. Every share helps, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you
All right.
guys.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks, brother. I love you, man. You have a good night.
Love you too. You too.
Have
Later.
a good night, dude.
Peace out.
Ah, that was awesome. That was so cool. That was really, really cool. And one thing that, for me, like, from an outside perspective, like, seeing your guys' friendship and how each of your respective musical journeys kind of took you other places, and now you're back here
I know it's
doing
crazy,
this.
man.
It's really, really cool. Like, it's cool to see from like an outsider perspective. It's really neat and it's exciting.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it really is something special. We started our friendship surely off of music, and it's so cool that we can continue that same thing in a different way and support each other and grow this way. It really is special, and it means a lot to me.
It's amazing. Amazing.
But yeah, guys, thanks for
Yes,
coming
thank you
around, dude. Thanks for
guys.
being here.
Thank you guys.
You
and
know?
thank you for showing
Thanks for showing
him
up
the
and
love.
showing the support.
Yes. And to our new followers and fans, thank you. And thank you for joining us and becoming a part of this big, happy family here.
Yeah, as you heard, we are a family here, man.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Lord Nikon. Thank you. So, all right. So, again, we will be back this Saturday playing some live improvised, DAW-less looping and jamming. If you
Hell
guys
yeah,
want to
we
come hang
will.
with us.
Hell
And,
yeah, we will.
Yes. And then we will be back on Tuesday with our new August Taste of the Underground, first episode of the month.
Hell yeah.
So So at the end of every stream here, if you are new here, we do like to raid a fellow streamer, preferably a fellow music streamer.
Keep
just
the
'cause
love going.
It's hard out here for the music streamers. It's hard out
Absolutely.
here. They're not getting 10,000 views like people playing Minecraft. So we like to boost their views a little bit, show them some love, show them some support, and
Yep.
get them some new followers. So right
So
now,
just hang out and stick around with us.
we are going to raid Pigeon Music.
All
Pigeon
right.
Music is he's taking live requests. He plays drums. He's a really, really good drummer. Really cool vibe, cool energy. We've rated him here before. Super cool. And he is taking your requests and learning the songs live that you request of him. So we are going to raid Pigeon Music.
All
so
right.
if you don't mind sticking around, so we can show him some love.
And as we do that, I'll give us a little send-off music. This is, if you guys missed the last Taste of the Underground, this is a new song by Helix Code here. I'm going to play this as a little swan song goodbye. Thank you, everybody, for being
Thank you,
here again.
everybody.
Have a great night. Thanks. And go show our man yours truly some support.
Greed and its parameters. Disorder, chaos, anarchy. Now that's fun.
This should be our outro to every stream. Yeah, it might be the new outro.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it will be.
Death is coming for you tonight.
Bust out the strong hands.
He had a friend who shouldn't have
It's
played
not
the
Taste of
knives.
the Underground or Outworld sounds without the strong hands.
Our
Strong
special
hands.
Keys the English as they.